Someone asked me what happened last time on Make Amends.
And what did you tell them?
What happened last time on Make Amends?
Well, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Hello, dear viewers! The game is now back! I know it's been a while, but cut me some slack. Our heroes were wasting away one final day in the company of Blackwater before heading away. As the scamp slept, he had a dream quite cold with a man named Saturn, a hero of old. He told of prophecies and a demon in need of defeating, but it was kind of a lot for me to be repeating. They went around camp and picked up a companion angelic and gave their friend Clove a small piece of their relic. As they ran into Harley, which was an invaluable find, for she told them the rain dogs can all control minds. There's probably more, I hope no dreams are crushed, but this limerick is more than a little bit rushed. I would tell you more, but this game's been on the shelf. Just watch it again later and remember yourself. You might you might think this is a cop-out, or say that it's lame, but let's forget that crap and get on with the game!
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck! No!
No!
The curse!
No clapping. It's like soccer rules. Can't clap.
Rube, dog, I'll snap.
Soccer games you play them.
Listen, Rube, I'll snap for you. I can snap with both hands, so.
Awesome.
Oh, man, yeah, that's...
Thanks for
that's
taking
the
double
trick.
duty, bro.
That's what bros do.
Hey, you can snap for Rube.
I can snap with my toes.
What? Is that in character?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Are his toes just fingers?
So,
I think that the
One of
reality
them
is that Morphogu is actually the Florida skunk ape.
I don't know what that is, but that makes sense.
Florida Bigfoot.
You guys are gonna kick off this return with some casual travel roleplay. Woo! Woo!
I'm going to bed.
This demon still isn't here, is he?
So you guys we're leaving the Blackwater camp, as my limerick foretold, and you guys are cutting through the woods to get to a little forgotten town called Applestead. But you're not there yet. Frankly, you're probably not even close. You guys.
Oh God.
So you guys just have you just have time to kill. Yeah. Yeah, the cart's a bit fuller of quirky characters now. Laszlo is currently riding up front with Songbird, so you guys all just get to hang the fuck out. Varen is chattering, and Michael is also chattering. Tristan is looking through books.
Michaela's probably just going over some reading lessons with Robbie.
Oh, also absolutely essential to note, despite Songbird's instruction of not sleeping in this wagon, because sleeping in a
Place.
Yeah, no, and sleeping in a place like this fucks up your brain. Dogan doesn't care.
No.
He's doing it anyway.
No.
Well,
He's fine.
That's probably the cause of the Dogan problem in the first place.
Sleeping in TARDISes.
Morphogu is sitting in a chair, occasionally doing a light twitch. Just sort of, he seems a little antsy.
Is everything okay, Morphogu?
Yeah. He kind of comes over. It's just gotten a little bit more full in here, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, we try to give as much social distancing as possible. Personal space is important right now.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I just, we've got all these people here now, and I'm just,
I don't know, you can just climb behind the boxes over there.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I mean, Dogan's not
riding on top of the wagon, like on the wagon part.
Like some sort of gargoyle.
Maybe. I'll see if I can support my weight.
Well, I mean, the other option is if you're concerned that it's just people, I'd like to think they're all friends. And I think if you're on the same page as them all being friends, I think this would be a lot more comfortable.
Oh no. Now I have to be a friend.
Well, you're my friend, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit easier. I know you better, and I've been traveling with you longer, and and you might say the same thing about Dogen, although I don't want to be his friend.
Okay. Well, as I always
worried that, the other people here.
He sort of looks over at Tristan.
Tristan is holding he's holding a corner of the book and like pinching it between like two fingers and just looking at it. They're a lot more interesting when they still have words in them.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
About that? Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is a thing about that. Just as a refresher, once you go back about 1,000 years of book history, they all just become blank. No one knows why.
Yeah. That is weird. I also wondered if, like, right now, if there's a book that's 999 years old, and then if, like, it hits 1,000, it just gets empty again? Or, like, how does that work?
But is it a thing where it's like, all books that are 1,001 years old?
Oh. We'll have to wait 2 years then.
This particular topic is something that Laszlo is especially interested in. I'm sure he would love to talk to you about that. Suddenly, Laszlo bursts in, like, very much in, like, kind of a huff.
Hi, Laszlo!
Laszlo, what's up?
He, like, slams the door behind him. Unbelievable.
What's wrong?
That's his seat now!
He grabs the chair and spins it around. I've got a question.
Okay.
When someone says that something is bi-weekly, how often does it happen?
Every other week.
He looks at you and is like disgusted.
Or is it twice?
Yes, twice a week. And yet her, he points at the door to vaguely imply Songbird, wanted to fight me about it.
Did you win?
Oh, Varys, I don't think anybody is gonna win.
You're correct. You can't help but wonder who would win in this fight. Songbird, who's a sick wreck, or Laszlo, who has no meaningful class levels. He's kind of a sorcerer.
Michaela would know this. Do we have a dictionary in here? I'm just gonna look up what bi-weekly means. There's a dictionary somewhere in all these books.
Yeah, there's probably a dictionary.
I'm gonna spend time looking for it.
Wow, I Googled this. I learned something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Do I gotta Google this shit?
Yeah, you thumb through it and see that bi-weekly adverb every 2 weeks or twice a week.
It's both.
Michaela looks up like she's lost a part of her soul. It's both. Both. Yeah.
Laszlo turns back with a lot of piss and vinegar.
She just holds up the book to his face and points. Bi-weekly, both.
He grabs it and slams it shut. I will accept no centrist compromises.
You know, I've always heard this big argument that I never fully understood, where if it's midnight and you're still awake, is it today or tomorrow? I know where I stand.
Oh, are these the kind of fights we're getting into today? Are these the kind of fights we're doing today? Oh my god.
It just means you're attracted to both weeks.
Tristan holds up. You know, fuck what Tristan had to say.
Cornelius is like, my Morphoku, I'm so stealing that. I'm stealing that.
What?
That's a good joke, Morphoku.
Oh.
So I might use it sometime. It's a good joke.
Well, I like every week. I don't think it's important to pick and choose favorites.
yeah, joke.
Cornelius does not catch that. He was genuinely trying to compliment you.
While you're having, various heated discussions, Varen just starts kind of chirping away. This energy is very chaotic. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's fun.
Good. I certainly think so, because we're with friends.
I suppose, although it could be anyone. Friends, huh?
Like I was trying to tell Morphogu, his blah, 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 blah. She just kind of blows raspberries and gets distracted for actually 10 seconds. Like I was trying to tell Morphogu, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet.
That's certainly a way of looking at it.
That has never been that has never, ever, well, I mean, I guess it has, recently, but my experience is that strangers are people who have yet to throw rocks at you and chase you out of their town.
Ravi nods solemnly.
Yeah, Michaela also nods solemnly.
Oh.
What
Cornelius sits there placidly.
Go to the left side of the cart if you're sad.
Yeah, this is like the freak side of the car.
Cornelius is just sitting there placidly. He cannot hear Varen.
No, he cannot. Morphogu can't either.
Wait, if that's the freak side of the cart, what the fuck is this?
Well, that's the freak bad.
The medium lines are
letting him.
No, I
We're
think
not
it's
letting him
just
on our
we're
side.
in the circle of norm.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the normie circle. That way you can cut Michael out of it.
We've got the
There you go.
normie
First
circle, and then
cafeteria.
we've got this thing, and then that makes sense.
Cafeteria table you sitting at.
The inner rings of the city are all nice and everything's pretty, and then the outside is where all the ugly stuff is.
You cast Zone of Normies.
Varen, chews on your point a bit. Strangers just friends you haven't met yet. Do you think we're friends, Speaker, Speaker?
I'm sorry, I was still doing that. What?
Friends, Speaker. It's so easy to become friends with you, so are we friends?
Oh boy. I gotta make a call. Hey, Al!
Alright, hold on, let me pull up Al.
Where's the only one that can see him, right?
She's the only one. Do you mean Al or Varen?
Varen, I don't remember if I could because I met him the one time, so I don't know if that.
So Varen, you can't actually see him right now. This is just to represent that he's chatting. You can hear him though. Anyone who's talked with him can hear him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, Varys, you call up Al.
Hey, okay, so you know that Varen guy?
The demon, right?
Yeah, he was wondering if we were friends, and I figured I should double check with you because last time, I'll admit it, kind of goofed up.
That was very responsible of you. What was your plan? What were you going to answer him before you called me?
Well, you know me.
Are you talking to Alabaster?
She looks around the room. Maybe.
Tell him I said hi.
Oh,
I think
Morphogu says
everybody's talking in their brains right now.
That's very nice that he said hi. Please don't tell the demon that you're friends with him.
hi. Okay. Can we be buddies? Work friends? Because that's a little different. It's like, work friends is so mean though, because it's like, yeah, we're friends, but like the moment we leave the building, no way.
If I had it my way, which
Okay.
I already haven't, your relationship to the demon would be nothing.
Well, that ship sailed.
Go with work friends.
Okay. Thanks to my deliberation with the council, I have determined we are work friends.
Work. Don't care much for that.
Me neither, but like, here we are.
How's about we stop being work friends then and just be regular friends?
Al?
Oh,
I missed this
dumbass
stupid
party.
snowball.
Don't.
Yeah, since Michaela can hear Varen, don't.
There have been a lot of votes recently. Voter turnout has been amazing. But I guess for now, we'll have to see where we stand in the corporate ladder soon.
That's fair enough, I suppose.
Oh my god, I forgot you can hear him.
Yes, he's very loud.
I don't think I'm that loud. Not abnormally so, at least.
She just kind of leers at him like,
He kind of like breaks your leer, starts rolling his head a little bit. I feel something.
Is it good?
Hard to say.
Oh, it's one of those feelings where it's like butterflies in your stomach. Kind of like when you're really nervous to ask a question to a person because they might think you're dumb. Luckily, I have no restraint.
You know what, Speaker? Yes, I think you hit the nail on the head. No hammers intended. He would knock on it if he had the capability of doing so. Yes, I think that's something I feel. Something. Yes, it is something, but what kind? Is it kind or is it foul? Hard to say on today of all days, yet it feels like creeping dust of days long forgotten. Something fortunate enough in its misfortune to land in our path, yet not so fortunate to have gotten away before it started, both on today of all days and on that day of all days. It should be expected, though, the bonds of kin have but two choices, to grow tighter or simply sever altogether. They say blood is thicker than water, but skulls always seem thicker if you ask me, but no one asked so I never told, and I never told so it wasn't bold, and I wasn't bold so no one bothered to care. The historians were so interested as to kick up the dust that settled on the woes of my kin and myself. The eyes always seemed locked on my greater, and key players like myself fell by the wayside once we were locked away, thoroughly sealed in our box without lids, troubled the mother, now without kids. Kids. Yes, there's something there. Yes, I can feel it. Yes, I'm certain. Speaker, oh speaker.
Yeah?
I think that there's one of my kin nearby.
Wait, what? Like a friend?
Friend is the wrong word for it, although if my suspicions are right, this is the one that would be most likely to call me that, yes.
Oh. Varys looks around the room. Like, is it in here?
Here? No, goodness no. There's nothing of terrible interest in here.
Oh.
This is just entirely untrue, but...
So, is it outside right now?
Yes, it's outside somewhere. Somewhere indeed.
Should we go take a look?
Well, if you felt so inclined, that would certainly be interesting, but... He again, he would roll his head if you could see him. He just kind of starts humming again. If that's the route you want to take, Speaker, then I see no reason not to. Although, if we're fortunate, and I believe we are, we might simply cross paths without having to go out of our way.
Oh, that's ominous. Okay.
Michaela leans into Varys. I think any excuse to get out of this cart and away from him would be a good one.
Okay.
Away from me? Now, how on earth are you going to do diplomatic acts with one of my kin, the one who likes me no less, without me?
Michaela ages 100 years.
I can't keep asking Al for everything. I gotta be independent at some point.
Michaela, my stomach hurts. Just gets fucking snapped out.
Okay, well, Varys looks around the room. Do we go outside and look for another hammer or whatever?
I mean, we're looking for a demon, right? Hopefully it's not just in another hammer.
Laszlo holds up a hand. I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, okay, we're stopped. Okay. I figured Cornelius was like going over like, wait, this is bullshit. Semi-weekly says here in the dictionary that it's occurring twice a week. That's bullshit. Instead of
Yeah, in the
semi-weekly
background.
and bi-weekly, and then they phase into the real conversation now.
Yeah, no. Laszlo checks in. Why are we going to look for an additional demon?
Well, I don't think they're
Hmm.
all demons.
I mean, to kill it, I guess, right? I mean, it's going to cause trouble.
Wait, is it
To
kin?
kill it?
Is it
Kill
kin?
it. Good luck with that.
Is it like kin
Okay,
like
then.
another demon, or is it kin like another one of like the prophecy guys?
I don't. That's a good question. Is this gonna be a part of the whole fancy legend thing, or?
Fancy legend? No such fancy legends. Not for me, not for my kind. Just yours. You're the heroes. You're the ones who have things like that. We are lower than you in that regard, it seems.
Oh, well, that's very low self-esteem. You should think higher of yourself.
Don't get me the wrong way, Speaker. I think exceptionally high of myself. It's the rest who think very little of me.
Varys looks at Michaela. Oh,
I'm a truly tragic soul once you get to know me.
pretty sad.
Michaela takes her giant grape or whatever this is.
It's a flower.
Aw.
Michaela eats the flower.
I almost thought it was like a fucking like orange-sized grape, just a huge
No.
ass grape. I was like, oh, thank you.
Tristan, for his part, reaches into his hair and pulls out the leaf. Oh, a leaf.
Nice, thank you. Not.
He places the leaf on his lap.
Michaela puts the flower in her hair because she knows Robbie probably either picked it from somewhere or worked hard to. Is it like just a real flower, or is it like a
It's like a very, very small, like wildflower, but it's purple.
Oh, I do like purple. Michaela's puts the flower in her hair.
If I could cut in for a moment, I don't like that we're talking about demons.
Yeah. Join the club. We should get jackets or something made. I'm gonna go look outside.
I would love a jacket.
You need one.
Yeah, Varys looks at this shirtless guy.
I guess Michaela's gonna poke her head outside and let Songbird know what's up.
Yeah, no, you pop your head out and you're just gonna say like what?
I mean, what? There's like a demon nearby. We should stop and check it out. I guess like she's
okay.
Michaela. She would say it as bluntly as that with no warning.
Yeah, sure. You open the door to start saying that. And Songbird herself seems to have just already started calling you on a bead, like, hey, we've got a problem.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Or
I wonder
maybe
if
not
it's
a
problem.
problem. Maybe not
What's
a
your
problem,
problem?
just
A situation?
it's definitely a situation, and it definitely looks bad.
Oh,
What
I wonder if
kind
it has
of
anything to do with our demon situation. Well, might as well take a look. Here, hold on. Michaela relays all of that.
Is it swords bad?
Hold on, I'll check. Is it swords bad?
It doesn't look immediately dangerous bad. It just looks bad.
Okay, Songbird. It's like I'm playing like telephone. Songbird says it looks bad. Just poking head in and out, in and out.
All right. Well, let's take a
Situations,
look.
Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Okay. Don't get stabbed, but don't be a coward.
Just remember. Bi-weekly is every other week. Leaves out of the.
Yeah. So you guys pile out.
Oh no! I thought in my head, and maybe it'll be something like this, and then it was.
Oh.
What the fuck are these two doing? God damn it! What is this?
So, the first thing you notice is, obviously the bodies and what have you. The second thing you notice is the only two survivors of this event seem to be stacking cups.
Stacking.
I need to tell someone something real quick.
Okay.
I wonder who is the someone.
Everyone goes to their Discord DMs to see where she's typing.
I'll get a number pop up if it's me.
Well, that's
Cornelius gets a look on his face and just kind of, hey guys, don't get too close. Huddle.
Okay.
What's up?
So I'm not gonna explain too much why I know this, but those two are fairies.
What?
What?
Really?
Yeah. I have to assume it's some trick, something to try and get us closer, and then I don't know. Fairies are weird and tricksy and stuff.
Okay.
Are they gonna try to eat us if we get close?
Yeah,
If they're certain ones maybe, but because there are like the evil fairies. Like all fairies are tricksters, but there are specifically evil fairies and the like.
As far as
shithead fairies.
As far as Fae are concerned, they're usually broken up into two categories of either Seelie or Unseelie, being, not murder hobos and murder hobos.
Would I be able to tell immediately if these are murder hobo variant?
Fairies like to tread the line.
Yeah.
Generally they are Seelie. They are nice.
Like most of the time they're just playing around and doing tricks, but it might be aggressive.
This is a bit of a long shot. Is Ravi able to look at this and recognize what basically a mirage looks like? Because where he's from, the heat can make you see some crazy shit.
Yeah, sure. That would probably fall.
Like a perception or a sense of motive.
Yeah, you could call it perception.
Okay. He's specifically looking for things that just don't seem natural about this setup. He's basically trying to look at it and go, is this a trap?
Mm-hmm.
Can I, while Ravi does that, can I, detect magic to see if there's some sort of illusion or some weird thing going on? Because, maybe it's
there's obviously the illusion of those are not what those look like.
So, that's the ghost trick of it. You don't detect anything magically noteworthy.
Sure.
With does it register as magic? Yeah, it does. With the exception of this pair of dice on this little crate that they have there. These are fairies. They're fey creatures. Disguising themselves is sort of essential to their survival. It takes more than a detect magic to suss them out.
Makes sense. Okay.
Anyway, Ravi, that 19 was very helpful. You can tell your eyes are not playing tricks on you. These are all just a lot of real murdered bodies. This isn't an illusion. This is definitely an actual gory scene that happened.
Oh yeah, you can smell it.
Can Ravi tell if there's any blood on the fairies that they did it, or are they clean? Can we look at them and see? Or
so that would be difficult because you do know that these are some kind of magical disguise, so that doesn't necessarily prove
cover it up. Yeah, you're right.
Or disprove anything. But the other thing you notice, Ravi, is that there is a little blue glow coming from inside this open box, and you wager from the way that it's moving. Ding.
A friend or a worst enemy.
Oh no! Is this other people?
People too.
Evil people.
Gotta zoom way in to see that. Oh
my goodness, they're so small.
Cornelius has kind of brought specifically Vera's 2 hands on her shoulders where he's reaching up because he's so fucking short. Vera, you cannot tell them your name. You cannot tell these guys your names.
Is that a fairy thing?
Yes, that is. You cannot tell fairies your names, or they can do whatever they want to. They just kind of names are really important. They aren't going to give you their names. but you can't give them theirs either. It's a
Hmm,
two-way street.
Okay. Okay.
that
Yeah,
sounds
just
right.
making sure, because you always introduce yourself and you're the nicest person I know. You
Aw.
can't do that with these guys.
Right back at you, buddy.
Hmm.
Okay. I will just try to keep my mouth shut. I have a very hard time. Yeah.
It's okay. Generally, as long as you don't make promises, don't tell them your names, and definitely don't play games with them. Looks at the dice.
Does using fake names work, or do they immediately know if it's fake? Or should they just not even bother?
Oh, you can absolutely bullshit them with fake names.
Yeah, you can give them fake names, but they'll know when they have your real name.
Right.
I wonder. Morphogu sort of sits and ponders on that for a little bit.
Okay.
So, Ravi, as you're observing them, you're noticing a pattern with the way that the two by the dice are acting, where they will roll the dice, look down disappointed, and then move the cups around again, and then roll the dice again. And they've done this a few times. They seem to be like discussing every time it happens.
Like they're playing some kind of game or something?
You can't be
Okay,
certain.
so if I were to guess what the situation is that neither of these two are Fae, but this little bugger over here is, and they fell for her trap. And now
Right.
they're stuck in a loop of having to play the game, and the more and more times they lose, the more of their friends die. But now there are no friends to die.
Oh. So they I mean, we're not far away. They like know we're here. Do they acknowledge us at all? Because we're not like being
Yeah.
really subtle.
I mean, I
They
think
haven't
we're
looked-
whispering, but other than that, we're a
Like, you
big
can see
part
us.
here. Yeah.
They haven't really looked over at you, and Cornelius, this is pretty typical of Fey creatures who get enraptured in something. They're just not paying attention to anything else.
Yeah, and I think Cornelius can maybe disprove Ravi or Civ/Ravi's theory of these are enchanted people. I think these are
Could
just Fae too.
Okay.
Well, if we detected magic on them, well, they could be under Fey magic, so I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Never mind.
Yeah, I think that's about all we can get from being back here.
Should one of us go check it out?
I think maybe two of us should go check it out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
Ravi looks down. Should we leave?
we could also just leave, but
Yeah, I suppose.
I am worried about that little friend over there. Is the pixie like trapped in anything, or are they just chilling out?
It's moving around a lot, so it doesn't look like it's trapped.
Has it acknowledged us at all? Like, does it see us or anything?
No, you technically haven't even seen it, just a blue glow inside of the box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So we just know there's a blue glow. Okay.
And we're like in the woods at this point, right?
Yeah, no, you're in the thick of it. You're
Are we able to discern what kind of a camp this was? Like, are these like bandits? Are they like mercenaries? What seems to be?
Well, it looks like
the
one of them
collective.
is an Order of Order, and one of them
the Helm guy's
right?
definitely Order of Order.
Yeah, we got these two are blue guys, and we got some like bandit-looking
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, we got rain dogs here.
It's rain dogs
Yeah.
and Order of Order, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there was a scuffle, and this fairy came and was like, "Ha-ha," and like fucked things up. I don't know.
And from here, does this look like a fresh scene?
That is
Closer.
something that you can't discern from this far away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
makes
gotta
sense.
get closer.
Well, I think either way, if we did want to engage with this, I think Cornelius should probably lead the way because you understand this a lot better than any of us, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about fairy folk, I'm afraid.
I guess I have some Fae experience. It is looking very like serious. He even in tense situations he tends to be on the more jokey side, but this has kind of made him go ugh, for whatever reason.
I think we should defer to you to guidance then. Who do you want to take with you? Should we just leave? What do you think?
Well, I didn't hear what your waves his hand demon thing said, but it makes me think another item with like a dude in it is there.
Maybe.
And we don't
yeah,
want to
he just mentioned
leave
one
that.
of his. Was it a demon or one of his kin? Which I guess that is a demon, but I'm sure it would be worded differently if it wasn't one of his kin, quote unquote. What did he say?
What he said was it's one of his kin.
Yeah, she says that. Yeah, one of his kin, and she like air quotes, is apparently around here somewhere.
That can be. Even if it is a demon thing, do we want to just leave it out in the middle of the woods with a bunch of fae?
No, definitely not. For all we know, it's two disconnected incidents going on right now.
Alright. Well, I guess...
Songbird for her part just like radios in, like, this is fucking weird. That's all she really has.
Yeah, so, anybody can come with me if they want, I guess. I recommend Varys probably stay behind, just because...
Yeah.
You're more liable to say something and they take it a certain way. They're really tricky with how you say things.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. No offense taken. Names are, yeah.
Yeah, Cornelius looks like they're the rest of them, like, if anybody has...
Yeah, Morphoga's kind of sitting there trying to recall basically anything he might know about fairies, given that he spent most of his childhood reading escapist fantasy books. What knowledge would that be?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what knowledge is that?
Well, for Morphogu, I would say that is real character level, because it's just something that you would know that's not necessarily attached to a skill.
Sure.
I'm wondering if maybe Michaela can recall something she's read in a book. I have a few knowledges, I don't know if any of them apply.
Alright, so Morphogu, it's sort of hard to place, because again, you like escapist fantasy, and this is reality.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's the reality of the Fae, who are notoriously exceptionally arbitrary and fickle.
I think the thing that I guess I'm fishing for is the cold iron weakness. Is that legit?
Oh, that is 100% legitimate. Some of them even go as far to not liking anything about metal in general, but cold iron for sure, they do not care for.
Cool.
Okay. We've got the swords. Oh, what about that hammer? The one that Varys, the Dogan's hammer. What is that made out of?
Out of character, has anyone actually used that hammer before? Wielded it? Did Varys fight with it? No.
No, it's the only one who's really handled it is Dogan.
Right.
And he's asleep right now.
You could just take it from him.
Yeah, there's 5 of us.
Yeah, we could just beat him up.
It wasn't really the angle I meant, but
we could just get him.
We can resort to violence if we want.
You usually want to.
Yeah.
You gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Oh god, Morphogu is gonna touch it!
I just
God, he is
crawl
gonna
back
touch
in.
You go get it, and you touch it, and nothing happens because you're not the speaker.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be connected to Varys first, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So I take it out. I do want to examine it, like its wielded state and it's made of metal or is
because there's a difference between a smithing hammer and a usable weapon hammer. So
this thing is made of this. So even to your untrained eye, this thing is, first of all, it's made of metal. It's quite sturdy, and second of all, this thing has nary a scratch on it. It has held up remarkably considering what it's used for.
Okay.
Which is
so this thing was certainly forged at some point, correct?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to do us any better than just the steel swords we have lying around. So, here you go, Varys.
Oh, okay.
We.
Hi.
Hello, speaker. Oh, speaker. We just can't keep meeting like this.
Well, we should we should at least try to say something, I guess.
If no one, I guess, vouches and like to go with Cornelius, I guess Michaela will. I figured I don't know who Cornelius would want. I figured like maybe someone like really tough.
Basically, not Varys. As much as he likes Varys being near him and feels protected near her, it is outweighed so much by this.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Ravi does have the best chance of not lying.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking, is that, like, if I go up there and they're gonna ask me things, I won't be able to talk, so I won't be able to get caught by them. But at the same time, I won't entirely understand what they're saying
because they're also gonna be super flowery with how they talk, probably.
So he will just go with you as muscle, and we'll wait to see what you do.
You're just gonna stand there and look scary.
Alright. Okay.
I always go into wrong level of zoom in and I can't grab my little bibber.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys go ahead and run distraction.
Do you fade into the shadows? Maybe you could. You're a rogue.
He burrows directly down into the ground.
He unhinges his jaw and just starts
shoveling out dirt. No.
I mean, that would be great.
Morphogu will sort of flatten himself to the ground, much like a rat trying to fit through a hole, and just start sneaking.
Michaela will stay back here, I guess, with Varys.
Cornelius starts walking forward, chest high, like he is walking into something completely normal and nothing is wrong. A lot of things are wrong, but you know.
Don't worry about it.
As you walk closer, you start catching, the conversation that they're having. They've rolled the dice again and are looking down at it, disappointed. I'm telling you, man, the cops might not have anything to do with it. That is literally impossible. The cops have everything to do with it.
A typical Fae fight. Just like the fights in our fucking cabin earlier. Typical.
Yeah, it is completely typical of a Fae argument.
Yeah. I think Cornelius is just gonna walk past for now because he knows they are going to be distracted by that for the next 10 millennia if he doesn't fuck with that. So, the more pressing problem is the one who, could see shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you walk directly past them and find that they do not respond in any meaningful capacity. Yep, these are fairies, alright.
Kind of tiptoes around that.
Ravi's gonna go around the tent. He doesn't want to walk through blood either.
Yeah, as you approach, you see the blue light pop up for a second, seemingly tugging on like a medium-sized bottle. Hey, I think I found... And it turns around and catches a quick glimpse at you, and then just darts into the box.
Eyebrow raising. I assume Ravi sees and hears that too on this side of the...
Indeed you do.
Just walks forward calmly, like he has control of the situation. He does not.
He's just gonna look over and see if he's tall enough to see it from where he's standing.
Yeah, you go up on your tiptoes and you don't see a blue light in there anymore. But Cornelius, you go there and you see that this fairy is squat in a corner of the box doing its best impression of a salt shaker.
Does Robbie see a salt shaker?
He does see a salt shaker, yeah.
Awesome! Ah, man, I assume whatever was in here found something more interesting than a salt shaker.
He tilts his head. He doesn't know what that word means. I don't know if he's actually seen a salt shaker. That seems like something that doesn't exist where he comes from.
Maybe at, like,
What
Ponson's
is
dinner
salt?
table?
Oh yeah, no, you definitely were
yeah.
acquainted with salt and pepper during Ponson's dinner or breakfast, whichever you might have had.
Okay, in that case, he points at it and goes, food.
Yeah, Robbie, that is food. It would be a shame if we brought it back and, like, used it for seasoning, but I guess nobody else is gonna take it.
The salt shaker falls over.
How weird.
All of the salt is pouring between the crack. You see the fairies just laying on the ground now. Desperately trying to do the impression of the rolling salt to escape from the box.
Hey, that's not gonna work on me.
Ah, why?
Because I can just see you, you know? I have pretty good eyes. His eyes are closed in the smiley eyes type.
No fair.
You don't play fair. Why should I?
That is not true. I play exceptionally fair. The salt is moving. The salt is moving and you don't know why.
Cornelius speaking to the salt.
Can you stop
Robbie in
being...
his head. Robbie in his head thinks, he has already been trapped. It is too late.
Look, it's all fair and square, fun and games, you know?
Yeah, just some fun and games. Was this just part of the fun and games? Gestures to the dead bodies?
Looks over at those.
Weird.
Looks back to you.
Is that bullshitting, or...?
Again, with fair folk,
With fair folk, it's hard to tell.
impossible to tell. It is equally possible that she's bullshitting you, or she just genuinely didn't notice there's a pile of bodies here. You can't tell.
God, I
Damn.
can't fucking tell. So, what did you find? I'm interested.
Well, those two over there are so transfixed on those cool squares. Well, I found a bottle.
Oh my gosh, a bottle? Is this a bottle of any worth or note?
It is an unlabeled bottle that seems to just be full of some kind of liquid.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump this on those cubes and break them so that they pay attention again.
You know, I could just, like, take the cubes, and then you wouldn't have to waste what's in the bottle.
Then I get everything I want.
You get everything you want. This is just good for everyone.
This is just a win. Okay.
I get cubes, you get your bottle, and your buddies.
That makes sense. I think they want those.
I mean, it seems like they're pretty mad about them. They're having an argument about the bottle, or the cubes and stuff.
They are having a civilized discussion in the style of the Fey Courts, thank you very much.
Definitely sounds like a shouting match to you. Whether she's lying or not about the diplomacy of the Fey Courts,
It's
you're
up
not.
in the air!
It sounds like a Purple Eyes conversation.
Yeah, so I think I've narrowed down that the thing of interest at this camp is the dice, and not whatever she's screwing around with here, so... Alright, well, I want to see what they're discussing about, so I'm gonna check in with them. You can be a salt
You're
shaker,
talking
or you
about the damn
cannot.
squares! Terrible.
Oh no, poor. Morphogo's just sitting up in that tree. Oh no, poor Cornelius. He's already been gotten. Oh, are there bugs in that salt shaker?
Robbie's gonna casually pick up the salt shaker and then just go to follow Cornelius.
No, let me go! Let me go!
Damn it, Ravi's gonna eat those bugs first.
Murder! I'm being handled!
Do they know
Salt shaker now.
No!
No!
just turn
They
back
don't
to the
even look!
They don't even look.
Hey,
Could you
Varen,
just turn
where's
back
your
if it
friend?
wanted? Why is this even an issue? Is it a Fae thing?
It's a
Whatever.
favorite.
Varys just kind of like looks at the hammer. Hey, Varen, is your friend around here?
Oh, yes, no, absolutely for certain. Although generally things in life aren't especially certain, but this thing I'm certain of, yes.
Okay. Can you see them? She like holds the hammer over her head.
Speaker, oh speaker, I can't see very much of anything in here.
Can you feel what direction it's in?
Feel, yes. Direction's relative. How am I supposed to instruct you where it is?
Michaela can't think of an answer to that.
I suppose I can just start
But-
calling out directions, seeing what you do, but I don't think that's what you want from me.
Well, I don't know.
Well, can you
Very
take
well.
the hammer?
South, north, east, left, down, right, up.
I imagine Varys is turning.
Yeah,
I
no,
was gonna say,
Varys.
like, point the hammer in directions and see if it's, like, hot or cold.
Okay, that's actually what I was thinking. If
Yeah.
I point it this way, does it seem like it's closer now? And she like aims at southwest.
Never eat soggy waffle. Yeah. Yes, no, that does feel like the right direction.
Okay. Do 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 do. Am
Cornelius
I
makes
closer
like the
now?
okay hand gesture of their like he starts.
Yes,
That
no, we're
was a
definitely
fraud.
on our way. This is close. I get the feeling you already know what it is, and you're just having me for a ride.
Cups?
Cups? I can't see. I can't verify if it's cups.
Varys like puts the hammer close to the cups but doesn't knock them over. Cups?
Varys, you say cups, and both of them look to you. Yeah, man, the cups. Are they right or are they wrong?
Cornelius has started slob squatting next to them.
Ravi's
What a
standing there
debate.
holding the salt shaker like that Looney Tunes bulldog in the title.
What'd you find, Ravi?
Let go!
Okay, Varen, food. And she points the hammer at the salt shaker.
Food? What food?
Well,
They're pointing things! I'm gonna die!
is it the salt shaker?
No, I don't think so.
Come now, there wouldn't be a demon in a salt shaker. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not a demon! I'm much more powerful! Let go of me!
Morphogu
This
is
is
pretending.
boring!
Morphogu is pretending to be a corpse over here on this battlefield, while dipping his hands into the pockets of the people near him, and then just
hell
kind
yeah.
of like rolling over to the next body.
Cover yourself in blood and roll around in the dirt. Yeah.
When
Take
you're
that
rummaging
shit.
through this blood, you find that this isn't a fresh scene. It's kind of a moot point now. It doesn't really matter. These guys have been here a couple days, maybe.
Ooh. They probably stink.
Morphogu looks a couple days dead anyway, so all the better his disguise.
Both of the disguised fairies look over to Varys. She didn't even weigh in on if it's cups, which it is. We're not confident about that. We've been given no empirical evidence that squares are related to cups. And yet, here they are, next to one another. We placed them there. That's relative!
Maybe
Oh, boy.
squares isn't the dice.
They do mean the dice.
Keen would want to say something. Michaela wouldn't want anything to do with this, so I'll say nothing.
They roll the dice again, and Cornelius, you can immediately identify the source of their frustration. The squares aren't working. Every time they throw them, they land on 2 and 3.
That's not right at all.
That's not right at all. Clearly,
be
cups
loaded
has to
dice.
do with it.
How are the cups stacked? Are they stacked in a pile of 2 and 3?
They're stacked in a variety of ways. They've gone through multitudes of pyramid shapes, of just tall, shambling towers, placing cups next to towers, placing them on their sides. They're trying everything.
Mind if I try and roll the squares?
They both look to you. How do we know we can trust you? What do you know about squares, huh?
Well, I know that those specific squares are called dice.
They look down. Of course we knew that, obviously.
Obviously you knew that. Anyone who knows anything about squares would know that, so you can trust me.
Why are they called dice if they're squares? Squares are squares!
She's furiously scrambling to escape from Robbie's
The soul
uncaring
is
grip.
moving!
Wiggling.
Morfogu's gonna open this chest over here and see what's inside.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's just a generic assortment of goods. Someone was probably cleaning out an old abandoned house and gathered all the things of value. There's not much here, but you'd spitball. There's probably like 200 gold's worth of crap in there.
Oh, cool. You take that.
Crabs.
Is it like food or anything? Probably need that.
They both look to you, Cornelius. All right, fine. See if you can make them work. They slide the dice over to you. But know this, we've tried many cup arrangements already, so we really doubt you'll find the answer before we do.
Of course. He picks up the dice. Is there any immediate effect?
You pick them up, and the first effect is that they're a bit heavy. You can tell that they've definitely got like a metal core in them, but like they've got sort of like a hard epoxy on the outside. So like there's got like a plasticky feel, but they've got heft.
Alright.
These are like the magic glowing dice, right?
Never said glowing.
Oh,
Just
magic.
when you detect magic, you can detect
Glows,
magic off of them.
Right. I always imagine that effect as like when orcs are near and then Sting
Oh yeah,
glows.
no,
I always think of it like that.
as well. I just couldn't extrapolate that.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's all good.
Morfogu slithers over here.
Oh my god. God, where
I just
is he?
imagine it's like
Oh, he's
the
over there with
Grinch and like
Varys, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
slinking around on the floor. How does he do that?
Zoom in to flip myself around. Here we go.
Perfect.
Hey, Varys.
Hi.
Hmm?
What you doing?
Just looking around through some of this stuff. It's there's some okay stuff in here.
Well, I brought Varen to try and find his friend.
What does Varen have to say about all that?
I don't know. Hey, buddy. Where work friend? Where is your friend?
We can leave it at buddy if you want. You moved away.
I did, with you. She shakes the hammer.
And away from my buddy.
Wait. I asked you earlier if it was the salt. Where is it?
Is it right
Speaker,
fucking
oh
here?
speaker. How I wish you were listener, oh listener.
Maybe you should listen, oh listen. She just shakes the hammer.
It does nothing.
It doesn't
Oh, it
matter.
feels
It makes
good,
her feel better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels good though.
She just puffs out her cheeks. Oh my gosh. All right, we will try this again.
Cornelius is out doing the thing, you know, the Yahtzee thing where you put the dice in the cup and you.
Yeah, no, you use them in tandem, like tools were meant to be used.
Yes, you know. And it rolls it.
Alright, you roll it, and you can identify immediately that these dice are loaded as fuck 2 and 3.
Oh. Man.
Ha! Idiot!
So it wasn't cup and dice together. Crosses his arms like he hasn't figured anything out. Now that we're, like, closer, I guess, Cornelius would pin off a detect magic on the dice specifically. Since he's, like, you know, in very close proximity to them. Yeah,
you ping in your very close proximity to it, and it's it's such a vague pulse. You know it's magic. It's so very clear, but like whatever it is, it's like it's a faint pulse. Whether it's deliberately hidden or just not that powerful a magic effect, which you kind of doubt.
Considering all of the information we have.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to register. But you can guess that these are not enchanted to land on these numbers.
No,
they just seem to be loaded.
They're just loaded.
Alright. Let me discuss with my other peers. Gets up from his slob squat position.
They go back to arranging the cups.
Yeah, I took one out of its arrangement. They have to fix that immediately.
The little blue fairy has given up. The salt shaker has stopped wiggling.
Thank God.
It is no longer shaking.
Alright, group huddle number 2.
Okay.
1. Dice are...
Morphogo hears group huddle and just walks across these corpses to get over.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, 1, those dice are definitely the kin, because they have weird magic on them. It's weird.
Yeah.
2, Robbie is holding a fairy.
That's salt.
The salt
No,
was
I think
moving.
it's full of bugs. Yeah, it was moving.
I'm tired of being salt.
She doesn't want to be salt anymore.
Well,
He's just looking down at his hand like, excuse me?
What?
Do you want to be another object that can be held in a hand? Something with a funner shape, like a banana?
Sure, yeah. Everybody gets to
He
keep
was
their
putting
shape
it at. He
will.
was pulling
Yeah,
it at
why
the
not?
fairy, not at everybody.
Yeah, no, that was very clearly not a question for Morphogu. The
Morphogu, you can't get a banana.
Morphogo's just sitting there being like,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we just meet another one who can just change their shape at will. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The little fairy wiggles her arms and yeah, no, she transforms into a banana, except, not. She's very much still a fairy, but as far as you see,
Like
banana.
on my
On my-
Cornelius vision, it's like a fairy in a banana suit.
Robbie
Adorable.
sees this and just kind of like stares wide-eyed at it and then reaches in his pocket and pulls out the banana he was like holding earlier.
2.
Which one is real?
2.
Alright. Yeah, so Robbie
Yeah, about
definitely
these
is
dice.
holding a fairy.
Could we just take
maybe-
the dice? I mean, would
I
that...
mean, we could just take the dice, but they'd be very upset about it and
Oh,
cause a ruckus.
what if we gave them some new ones?
Do we have dice? Looks like characters.
I carry so many board games. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
that's true.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Darius probably
You
has
forgot.
dice that are cool colors and everything too. They'd eat that up.
Yup.
Kind of ruin your hungry hippogriffs game.
Luckily, we don't roll in hungry hippogriffs, my friend. I'll have to show you sometime.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Morphogu's like not really my name. It's just what people called me until like.
Ferris looks around. That's cool. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that right
I mean,
here.
I am whispering this.
Okay.
It's just like just a name that people called me when I was in the pit. I don't know what my real name is. Like, I'm sure my mother had some kind of name planned for me before I murdered her with my birth.
Being a banana didn't improve anything.
Ah. Cornelius makes the
Robbie
snapping like,
goes to,
dang.
Robbie goes to like peel it, but he keeps missing somehow.
Please don't try and peel the fairy.
Wait, that's a fairy, right?
Yeah.
The banana. Maybe the banana can tell us about the dice.
Oh, the banana doesn't care about the dice. They're boring.
They're boring!
Yeah, they're boring.
That doesn't mean it doesn't know about the dice. Was it the one who did that? Michaela gestures to this. All this. Did it do that, or? it unclear?
Cornelius shrugs. He got the answer. Wow, weird. So he doesn't know specifically if the fairy did that, but he's very certain that the fairies did not do the dice. They're just enraptured by them.
Morphogu, you were poking around on those bodies. This looks like an ordinary fight to you. That doesn't really, leave out the possibility of fey magic foul play. But you can be confident that these guys did in fact murder each other with good old-fashioned cold steel.
Yeah, these guys all killed each other. I'm pretty sure. This was just a fight. I think these guys just wandered in on it. No guarantee, but I think that's what's going on.
We found out that this, or we assumed, that all this was just taken from some, abandoned house somewhere, right? Maybe, the rain dogs were looting stuff, then the guards found him and they fought. Is that kind of what we're assuming?
That's what my running theory is.
Sure.
Yeah,
where did the dice come from?
I used my detective vision.
Rain dogs might have had him.
A good assumption is that...
Dogen just had the hammer.
Yeah. A good assumption is that Order of Order is probably trying to collect these items, so, specifically, the Demonkin items.
Infested, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot exactly what the goals of all of the parties involved are, so, yeah.
Wait a minute. I've got
the rain dogs are just bandits, yeah.
I've got an idea. Does anybody have... Ferris, do you have any dice?
Yeah.
Can I see them?
Of course.
Morphogu kind of slips them away into his...
my third thing, those
into his
dice are
sleeve.
super loaded and they'll always roll that number, but that's not because of magic. Someone just made them like that.
Oh, they're just loaded?
Yeah, they're just loaded dice they're playing with over there. The magic has nothing to do with it.
Oh.
I have to assume the magic is just for holding a being of great power in it, or whatever.
It's all right. I've got an idea. Right. Gentlemen!
Hello there. We are men.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, me too. So I couldn't help but overhear the problems that you're having with those dice.
That's right, they're stupid and broken.
Yeah, they probably are. Do you mind if I take a look at them?
They look at each other and look to you. What do you know about squirt dice? Dice.
Well, sometimes I know that a lot of times people will make intentionally fake dice. They're called loaded dice. And
what? That's impossible!
No, it's actually pretty easy. You see, dice are meant
Hey, while you're not in the trance, save me! They don't acknowledge her.
Dice are meant to be evenly balanced and weighted. That's how you get random numbers. However, if you weigh down one side, you'll be much more likely to get a certain outcome. And the idea is that basically you during a specific game where you want a specific outcome, you keep other dice on you. And you
midway through describing, one of them pulls a bottom cup out from a cup tower.
Do the rest of the cups stay there?
No, they fall.
They're normal cups.
They're just cups.
Yeah, huh. Can I see one of those cups real quick?
Very well.
I bet I can fix them.
You may have a circle.
I grab a cup. I grab the dice. I sleight of hand switch the real dice in, and hide the fake dice in my sleeve, and then I shake the cup in my hands and smash it down.
Yeah, sure. Make a sleight of hand check. Let's go.
Yeah.
You got this.
Let me see. Where is my sleight of hand?
It's probably
pretty good. Unless
Hey.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Now, the other fun thing to do would be to have you roll 2d6 to see if you happen to land on a 2 and a 3, thus making this pointless.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Wouldn't that be wild? Nah.
No, actually, really good rolls.
Yeah, no, you have
And
thoroughly
neither a 2
proved.
or a 3, so that means neither of the dice are still broken.
Yeah, they saw nothing, and these dice aren't broken anymore.
I fixed it.
Cup was the answer.
Ah,
It could be.
I guess I didn't pull
I
cup
give them
right.
back the cup.
Yeah, no, they take their new working dice, roll them a few times. They work. Thank you, kind stranger.
You're very welcome. So, I was hoping, in exchange for me helping you out, you might be able to tell me about all this.
Points to the carnage.
They look over. Gross. They look back.
Yeah, Cornelius got a lockdown on this. They just didn't even notice. They tunnel visioned on dice and chests.
Was all of this happening before you got here, or did that all happen after?
Silly man. Before we got here doesn't exist.
Ah, yes, how silly of me.
Cornelius, or Varys leads down to Cornelius. What is happening?
Oh, they're just time. Everything is different for them. Rules don't exist. I mean, very specific rules exist, but not ones about time and like cup games.
When did you start rolling dice with these cups?
When they
You lost
got
them at
here,
the end. Yeah, no.
they got here and they rolled dice.
I
Exactly.
see.
One of our friends found these in a box.
Oh.
They look around and they see a blue glow in Ravi's hand. Yes. We should lie about something.
Where are you going?
They're both just kind of scooting over and just kind of like behind their back trying to grab at which doesn't work because Ravi's taller than them. So behind their back they have to reach higher than that can really handle.
He's just looking in this tent to see what's in here. He doesn't immediately notice. I think what he assumes is that it's probably like Varys and Cornelius walked over like, "Hey buddy, how you doing?" Because as far as he was aware, things started to be boring and not a problem when he was up there. So
That was a pretty accurate assessment. Yeah, no, the little boon's like, "Hey, let me out. Dude, we're trying. You're like really stuck in there."
Hey, Ravi.
he hears that, but then he remembers, don't respond to your name. Don't use names. He's looking in the tent.
This is a true tragedy. We'll be sure to remember you.
Oli is what I want to eat. Sorry, I had a burp stuck in my throat.
Hey,
Ravioli is what I was thinking about eating tonight.
Hey. Can I see the banana?
They're
You can't see the other
abandoning me.
banana.
Can I see the other banana? The one in the
You
other
can't see
hand.
the other banana.
No.
Do I receive fairy?
The fairy is received eventually.
Robbie just walks over and just kind of holds out his hand and the banana flies away.
Yeah, no, the banana really thought that it had a better shot at getting out of your hands than Ravi, and it was definitely right.
It was definitely right, but Cornelius always had the plan to let the fairy go.
Robbie just watches it go and points at it as it ascends to the sky.
Wow!
Awful! Both of you are awful!
They look over at each other. I see no proof of that. You would have done the same thing in our position.
Who cares? It was me who was there.
Why are they yelling at a flying banana?
Cornelius, now that the situation is basically de-escalated, is just like, oh my god, this is... What a skit!
Do you
This
guys
is-
need help catching a banana?
This really encapsulates the Fae experience, because not only was this off the shits from the get-go, they don't even seem to care or be aware of how thoroughly their cover has been blown literally this entire time. That's fair folk for you.
Do we still have that bottle that she found?
I mean, I don't know if you picked it up. I think it might still be back in the box.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would assume that Cornelius took it and was going to trade it for the dice.
Nah.
No.
No,
Okay, well,
because
you don't get
when he
that.
left that conversation, he assumed, oh yeah, the fairy will just stay here with her bottle because that is what she wants. And he walked
Robin
away.
remembers them talking about it and goes to get it for you.
Yeah, you go and get a little bottle. You're kind of a crafty guy. Yeah, you can identify it as a little bottle of acid. It's meant for doing crafty stuff.
Hmm.
Whatever, looks good. Glug,
Yeah, these two begin bickering with the flying banana. And even though situations de-escalated and they should leave, they're not leaving. And although this was all about the dice, they didn't pick up the dice. They don't seem to care about that anymore.
Doesn't matter. We got the dice. Doesn't matter. Cornelius is ready to go.
Hey, Varys. Do one last little check on the area to see where his friend is, or
Just point at Morphogi.
Vera's hearing her name like doesn't super respond, and she just like kind of wiggles the hammer a little bit and is like, "Okay, Varen, what are we thinking?"
Seems that they're on the move. They were quite close before.
Which way do they go?
Which way is a really hard concept to get. You guys get back to the cart.
I guess there's no way to.
Yeah, Sungerd gives the
Fix this, is
A-OK
there?
of we can just keep go. Or Cornelius gives Songbird the A-OK that we can just ignore this situation now.
yeah, I mean, we should probably report this to whenever we get to the nearest town or something. But other than that, I don't see what we can do here.
Is there
Okay.
any way to snap them out? I guess there's not.
Yeah, no,
There-
we're
No.
just
All right.
Cornelius
Oh,
doesn't know how to explain one more time to everyone. They are all fairies.
I have an idea. Varys
I keep
runs
forgetting
over.
that they're fairies. Sorry.
Varys runs over and slams 5 dice on the table. Now you can combine the cup with the dice to play a game. Okay, bye.
Game!
They will be doing that for the next 3 days.
See, the best part is they can just make up their own rules. They just said it was 5 dice in a cup.
Yep.
They wouldn't have listened to the rules if you explained them.
Back in the
Yeah.
door.
well. That was mostly a waste of time.
Morphogu, as soon as he gets in here, he rolls the dice.
You roll the dice and you identify the same shit. They've got some heft to them. They're pretty obviously loaded, but they've got a nice feel.
Well, all right. I guess we've got a pair of loaded dice in case we ever need them.
Should
So
everybody try rolling them? Well,
No,
not,
You know what?
well, not Varys or me, I think, but everybody. Well, you rolled them already, but.
Yeah. Michaela, want to give these a roll?
now that all the bullshittery is over, Varys,
Sure.
you can identify pretty handily that, like, yeah, if there was any ambiguity about it before, it's definite. There's something that's existing inside of there. And now that you're not distracted by the woods and pretty colors, you can tell that, like, much like how you could hear Varen a little tiny bit before you started talking to him initially, you can hear that there's something in there a little tiny bit. And with every roll of the dice, it just sort of grumbles.
Uh-oh. I don't think the
Kayla
dice
rolls
like
the
that.
dice. Or
Yeah.
is it a 2 and a 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Like fucking clockwork.
Clunk clunk.
Varys leans down to the dice. Okay. Can you do other numbers?
It doesn't respond immediately. A speaker. Oh, my, that's the way to do it. Get him talking a little bit. Get him nice and warmed up for you.
Okay. So, I couldn't help but notice that you're really good at 2 and 3, but you've got more options in life and you should look at it. Because you deserve to pick what you want. Unless it's those 2 numbers, then I won't press any further.
Actually, Varys, the way that they're weighted, this pair
keeps
of dice
going.
literally does not have that option.
You still live, speaker, oh speaker.
Well, how do you mean by that? Much like you, that's pretty loaded.
But tis Cornelius does not hear the joke.
He can't see you, not from here. He doesn't know that you're not the same speaker. Same blood, but different you.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. So, are you 2 or 1? Because there's 2 dice here.
Myself has been split between them.
Should I glue them together?
Just press them together. Thanks.
Okay, now, before I do that, I need to check. Are you going to do anything mean or shifty?
I don't do mean things. Not on the grounds of them being mean. I just do what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh, this is such a hard job. She just rolls her eyes thinking how Varen talks to her.
Varen chips in. Don't let him fool you. He just seems to be in sort of a sour mood. He's actually a lot more fun than he lets on with that dour, dreary tone of his. That being said, he does quite like games. Perhaps once he lets you in, you don't want to be playing by yourself. Of course, 2 people's not enough. I'd advise bringing someone else in there. Me, but maybe another one of your companions?
Okay.
Hell, bring all of them. I don't care.
Wait, is that going to be a problem too?
Varen shrugs, but you can't see it. I don't especially think so. Think of this like what's that thing? That thing that is done, that thing that sometimes is done by other living things, where you put something, not smart something, in a cage and look at it. Not to make fun of it, just to look.
Display?
Sure, it's like that. A display. It doesn't matter how many people go in there. There's hardly anything that we can really do to you in there.
Huh. Okay. Varys picks up the 2 dice, and what she's going to do is, because she realizes that the bottom of the dice are loaded, she'll make it so that the not weighted parts are facing each other and smooshing together, because her brain is, if this becomes 1 die, it should be balanced by having the 2 halves of heavy be, away from one another.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So you press them together, and you feel that you can definitely get in there and commune with this thing properly. Which of your friends would like to come with you, if any of them?
Varys, as she's doing this, is like, okay, who wants to see a new demon?
I didn't even see the first demon.
Then Cornelius is coming along.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. God, all right.
Merfolk can come too.
Yeah, I guess I could.
The 2 who didn't get to meet Varen get to meet the new one.
I don't want to meet the demon. Tristan picks up another book.
Seeing as I've had to deal with one, I might as well come as well.
Ravi?
Ravi, yeah, I was gonna say Ravi, do you want?
He was reaching for a book and he just.
Yeah, come on, get in here, buddy.
We're gonna meet demon.
We're gonna meet a demon.
It's not as fancy as it looks.
That's
Hopefully
actually
this
scary. Uh-oh.
So, you link your consciousness together. It's frankly strange figuring how all of this works. It's generally kind of unclear. But you unite the die together, and you just sort of feel your way into, feeling your way in.
Mm-hmm. Did the dice become one die, or
They did not become one die, no. They don't have the functionality to click together. But you could definitely feel a stronger connection by pressing the two together. You figure that it's not lying, whatever it is. It's probably actually split between these two die, which is quite a cruel thing to do to something. But you go through the mental trials and tribulations, and you find yourself inside of the dice. That's the word.
oh,
Wow.
Oh boy.
this one feels a lot more orderly than yours. You should clean up your place, Farron.
Clean up. I don't think I'm the one who has to clean up. Look at these cracks. Hideous.
Well, I mean, that's not great, but like yours is wacky. There's lava and there's a tree, but the lava's not hot. It's very confusing.
Oh, this is
If I had it my way, it would be a lot more confusing. The way it is right now, you can look at it and see and comprehend. If I had it my way, it would all just be, ooh, I don't know how I'd want it.
Well, you should always make sure it looks nice for friends.
Is this what?
What is this, like water, or is it like fucking goop? Like, what is this pink stuff?
You reach down and if you touch at it, yeah, no, it feels
Touch
like
it with one
water.
finger, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not cold, it's not hot, it's just room temp water.
All right. Weird.
Guess we're going. Demon.
It's not that weird. Oh, by the way, hello.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
can we
get
see
to-
Baron now?
yeah.
Oh, we get
Oh,
to
shit.
see the first. Wait, is this the new demon or the second? Marfoku, I
No,
don't
this
know.
is the first one.
This is
Oh.
the first one, Varen Gash.
Oh
Please.
boy. Wow. All right.
Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
I'm Morfogu.
1, 2. He hops. A pleasure to meet you, I'm sure, although it's probably more noteworthy that you've met me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've sort of known you all in passing.
Can't
Just
say I've
thinking
ever
about a small
met a
jump.
demon before.
Oh, hey, come here.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
Huh?
Yeah. Varys just like quickly pulls you over and makes sure you're well away from the edge before she sets you down very gently.
Of course, because it's Varys.
She just pats you on the head and keeps walking.
Yeah, Morfoga just hops over.
Wow, I didn't get to introduce myself to the first demon. He just walked away. Whatever.
Ravi,
That's probably for the best. He never stops talking.
Ravi, tell me how you're feeling.
Bad, confused.
Oh no.
It's all... Yeah, go on.
He's kind of like waiting for everyone else. It's almost like he wants to go back to wherever they came from, but there's no obvious exit. So he's just gonna follow everyone. He doesn't even need to jump this. He just walks across it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're walking around in here, you feel a strange sense, not necessarily nostalgia, but a warped familiarity. You've never been here, but there's something familiar about it. The concept of this place, it hits close to home somehow. Meanwhile, Varen Gash has gone over here. This path is pointless! I like it!
Yeah,
Oh, that is
Does he talk to you all the time?
not all. Well,
Well, when
She
when he
thinks-
star's talking, that
One,
getting
two.
him to stop is the trick.
yeah. So you might get to hear him a lot now.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I knew I shouldn't have come on this trip.
Yeah, I should have warned you all. I apologize.
I'm pretty good at blocking out noises in my head, so.
You've opened up your hearts to me, and I really do appreciate it.
Really
Hey.
wish that I was good at that.
How are you doing, Ravi?
He just looks around and just says, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of grunts.
Oh, did you want to hold my hand?
No, he just kind of shrugs like, nah, I'm good.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, you let me know, buddy. She just points and then scurries across the bridge. Varys leans around and looks at Michaela.
Sorry, I thought you guys were just gonna scoop past me. It feels
away.
weird. I don't know. Well, sorry. It feels weird that I'm leading the way, so I was just gonna let someone walk past me. Is that narc? No. Oops.
Michaela just gets lost in thought and stands at the end of the bridge and nobody can get around her.
No, I'm doing you all a favor. You'll have another demon to not talk to.
Varys is
I
just
think
like
it's already too late. We're in the dice dimension.
Varys
but
is like twisting and twirling and frolicking her way.
You know, you twist, twirl, and frolic. It's not too bad. This place is, weird, but it's not as viscerally unpleasant as Varen's domain was.
This is nicer, yeah. I feel like, we're supposed to come up here like the other one, and it'll show up. Just watch.
Varys taps on what looks like an altar and goes, tonk, tonk.
You tonk on the altar. You hear a voice echo. Why did you come in here?
Well, you seemed lonely and, I don't know, thought you might want to talk to people?
Talk. Suppose I can. And appearing from the crack ahead of you.
Shit, cool.
Nemo! not in character, obviously.
More purple, I see.
It's another demon. He approaches you very slowly, calmly, casually.
Ahoy!
Company, eh? Suppose it's not unwelcome. My consciousness slipped back into full activity, so there's worse things than company. Though I'd much prefer to be avoiding the company that had a hand in my situation to begin with. But he kind of looks over you. That's ancient history now, I suppose.
Wait, was that my fault? Or I guess the previous speaker's fault?
Are you curious to hear about it?
Sure.
Varen approaches. Hello!
Two old buddies!
He looks down. Varen. Nice to see you. The pleasure is truly, truly all mine. But I won't rob you of the opportunity to introduce yourself, though. You've been stewing here all alone. You probably had some sort of big monologue planned, and I really don't want to ruin it. I was actually just kind of going to wing it. What? Winging it? How haven't you been stewing on this so long to have something prepared? Why, I have half a mind to... And this demon just sort of pushes Varen out of earshot.
Varys points at the purple dude. I get this guy.
Yes, I agree. This is much better. Can we? It turns to more Fogo. Do you think we could trade them out, maybe?
I think we're stuck with both.
He can be a lot, I'm sure. Varen, do me a favor. Count the waves, all right? Is this an important job? Indeed. Well, all right then. Although I will be muscling back in to get to my sales pitch. He looks back
Count
to you.
all of the grains of sand in this desert.
1,
Okay.
2.
Do that!
Now then. Where was I? Ah, yes. Would you like to hear about it?
Sure.
Very well. He sort of does a gesture with one hand and a dark blue, blackish, purplish colored parchment appears, and he starts lightly scratching something into it. Don't mind me too much. I'm glad you're here. You can, at the very least, brighten up my tortured existence.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, she's good at that.
You all seem a little tense.
well, I mean, how to say this politely? Demons are kind of scary, and it sounds like there's history and bad blood, but I don't know anything about that.
He sort of cracks a small smile. Don't worry. The quirks of this space have done their part to keep me in check all these years. But I suppose anyone could just say that, though. I can demonstrate it for you.
Stabs you.
He rolls up the black piece of parchment and hands it to you, Varys. Hold tight to that. Don't peek, all right?
Morphogu looks like he's ready to run on a fucking dime drop. Like he's just like as tensely he's almost like in a fucking track runner's position, facing the opposite direction, but still keeping his head fit.
Cornelius
like
is the
the
exact.
opposite?
Yeah, Cornelius is the opposite in that he looks like, oh yes, I am super in control. I know exactly what's going to happen. This is nothing. His fucking legs are shaking.
Oh.
No, Rafi is just there waiting to throw a punch or something.
Yeah, no. He just passes it off to you. No funny business. Hold on tight. Now then, my name is Kelderon. I'm a demon,
Nice.
as I'm sure you've noticed. And this humble prison I've been trapped in hinders me through the greatest of the weakness of my kind, but really of all kinds. The greatest weakness. Cruel irony. Perhaps even just cruelty. Ultimately, it makes little difference. And as he's talking, he just casually spawns a die and tosses it. Some might see me as a cheat, a demon of fortune, or lack thereof. This always struck me as very cruel. An awful sentiment. I'd never manipulate odds. I'd never use my extraordinary senses to cheat. I only ever played fair. I think that's what people hated most about me. Victory or defeat, it was always decided through the purest form, the only unbiased form. Chance. I never really could see how I was the one to blame when they lost the game they agreed to. It was my game, sure, but playing was their choice, their cross to bear. If they didn't like what they had wagered, and it was anyone's fault but my own. He tosses the die again. It was just luck. The great equalizer. I would live and die by it. At least, that was my intention. Ultimately, though, I fell victim to that cruelest of ironies. I, a demon, a beast vilified, rightfully or not, did nothing but play fair. Until then, a hero praised by the masses did not have the courage to risk it all on a fair game. So they elected to cheat! He hits the table and rolls the die again.
It's just going up!
So, I was shut away before my time was up, shackled to the very object that spelled out my undoing. A pair of dice that always result in a 2 and a 3. The simplistic beauty of a die, the ultimate unbiased decision maker, tainted. And yet, somehow, it doesn't end there. Can you imagine what it's like? Being trapped in a world that exists in cruel mockery of all that you stand for. This whole place is corrupted like that. I need no divination to know the outcome of events here. Anything I initiate, I can already tell what's going to come of it. Any punch that I throw, any stones tossed within the lake, even the cracks that manifest when I hit things in seemingly random outbursts. I see it all clear as crystal. Do you think that's fair?
Well, it sounds like the previous heroes were kind of sore losers. I understand that depending on what was offered, they were scared to lose it.
Scared is a word that should not be in a hero's vocabulary.
Why not?
Cornelius sweats.
Cheat should not be a word in a hero's vocabulary. A fair game shouldn't be rewarded with an eternity of this.
Well, I didn't disagree with that. I think this is a little severe. I don't really know you guys super well. You haven't been mean to me, I won't lie. That yelling kind of scared me. But I guess that's why we can talk, because I'm not a hero.
It's just frustrating is all. That even now, just trying, hoping that the curse has wavered, that it hasn't. Feel free to open that note now.
Oh, okay. And Varys unrolls it.
You unroll the note. Exactly as it always is.
Varys looks down at the paper. I can see how that'd be pretty frustrating. But what if I roll?
He kind of cocks his head. Alright then. What if you roll? He slides the die towards you.
Okay. I guess I'll just give this a little whirl. Did you know that was going to happen?
He looks down and smiles. No.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, maybe that's how we can play games. If you want to, I can just roll for both of us. I know that's not as fun because half the fun is rolling the dice, but at least then you can play the game still.
There's plenty of games you can play with just one person rolling. He just sort of seems enraptured that you were able to roll the die and have something else happen. Varen comes back. There were no waves. This is perfectly still.
Hi.
Varen Varen looks up at Kelderon. So, about that proposal I had. Sort of looks down at him. Very well. What do you have in mind? You hold a fairly familiar bitterness. I think that you are thinking the same thing that I am. I severely doubt that. No, not at all. It's quite likely that you have a lot of hatred over being trapped in here. Yes, you know who caused it, but you should also know who sustained it. Yeah. Well, I've taken it upon myself to try and help these young budding heroes where I can. Why don't you do the same? Help them? For nothing? Yeah, spoons, not bargains. He looks down at you lot. Perhaps.
Well, think of it this way. Okay, I'm going to be careful with what I say here because I want to make you mad. But you clearly didn't like how the last heroes played along. Well, they didn't play along, they cheated. Why not prove to us how to be a good hero? And just do what's right, but still playing by the rules as best as you can.
You want to play by the rules and try and make up for what the last heroes did wrong. Did I hear that right?
I mean, I'll be honest, I still don't really understand what they did. I'm sorry for it. But I'd like to try. You know, make amends.
Hey.
Alright. If one of you wants to play a game with me, I'll lend you my help.
Dibs.
What?
Sorry.
You-
Keen
you
likes
call-
purple way too much. So
You call dibs before you even know the rules and the stakes?
that was out of character, but
That was out of character.
yeah, I didn't do it in the Michaela voice. Otherwise, I would have said dibs. Wait, shit.
Yeah, I was definitely going to inquire about those rules.
It's very simple. He sort of rubs the top of the die. 6 sides on a die. 6 possible outcomes.
Yes.
Each value will represent a boon from yours truly. All for one. He flips the die over to 6. 6 will be a loss. But for the rest, I have better divinatory powers than the rest of my kin. There's few things I can't find out. So, he begins turning the die, turning it to accentuate each number that he's about to call. I can find 5 places of importance to you, 4 names that will change the world, 3 problems that will test your resolve, 2 truths you must accept, and 1 question answered clear as day. That one's up to you.
Oh boy, this is not my territory. Vern puts her hands up.
I was funning earlier, but I feel like Michaela might want this because she wants to figure out how to reverse her goop death that's slowly killing her. So any sort of knowledge or anything that might help with that definitely, as he says that definitely piques her interest a bit.
A few extra rules to know. You can play this game as many times as you like. I'll never run out of ones. I'll answer as many questions as you like, but the rest, I have finite amounts of that. So if you roll those, it'll be transformed into a loss on subsequent rolls. If you roll a 2 once, and then a 2 again, that'll be a loss. Seem fair?
Just out of curiosity, if we roll a 6, does something bad happen?
Games aren't worth playing without stakes, and you won't be able to match the stakes I would squandered without paying something. Sadly, there's very little I can do here without your consent, and even with it, my powers are quite limited. You could offer me gold or trinkets, but that has exceedingly little value to me. But I can take a memory.
Oh.
Michaela,
All right,
I'm going in!
I don't care.
What memories?
I won't be plucking anything specific, but a memory. Though, be warned,
Tons that you can have.
doing it more than once to the same person could prove catastrophic. So that I can tell you what you're signing up for, he's not bullshitting you.
Right.
He will, in fact, give you those things. However, if you roll a 6 or, a fail, so again, if you were to roll a 4 once and then a 4 on another try, then, that would be a failure. You will lose, and it's your pick, lose either 1 point of int or 1 point of wisdom permanently. Like, real permanently. Not Pathfinder permanently.
Oh no, Ferris is not smart good.
I'll take this one.
I sure do need my int.
I do not need my ends. So,
I can't afford to lose 2 skill ranks every level. I just can't.
Yeah, with all the stuff he's said so far, I feel like, unless anyone else it was really hankering, then that's fine. But
No, man, go for it.
Yeah, go
Alright,
for it.
Okay.
But Michaela steps forward. Blah blah blah. Very well. Then I will take you.
A moment,
My cat
please.
says hello.
Your memories are fouled and muddied.
She shrugs, unfortunately, but perhaps you can help with that.
Perhaps. Alright then. If you're willing to play, anyone else I'd be willing to take, as many as they'd be willing to offer, but yours, in a world of things that have little value, have less value than most.
Oof.
Makes sense.
Hey, Mickey's great.
He looks over to you. I don't doubt that. It's just not relevant.
Oh,
Now then, he pushes the die towards you. Give it a roll.
All right, Michaela goes and rolls the diggity dice. Here we go. She picks up the dice. Life has already played its cruelest trick on me. It can't get worse. 3.
He looks at you. There's always a chance. 3.
We'll see.
3 problems that will test your resolve. Very well. He rolls his head. He extends his fingers and wiggles them a bit. You can even see that he's moving his tongue a bit. If he had nostrils, he'd be flaring them. His ears wiggle a bit. He's using a lot of his body here.
Is he thinking? Is that what vibe is he giving off?
He's just kind of moving. If it's thinking, then it's a lot of thinking related habits you are not very familiar with.
Sure.
Very well. 3 events will come to burden you in the future, be it near or far. These troubles cannot be circumvented, only addressed head on. The first I feel is a cloudy day, where rain graces the town of Barley. But this rain will be no gift from the gods. When it falls, it will leave holes in its stead. Any ordinary men and women caught in it will perish. From the rain, or from the onslaught that will follow it. Feels like destruction. He stops wiggling his fingers and flares his nostrils a bit. The next smells of sweat and grease. An unfortunate folly will cause the dramatic decline of Helvetica too. Most powers will smell the Order's weakness and think it's a chance that is not to be squandered. The Order will see it as a chance to find new help to defend them. Smells like opportunity. And for the last one, you see him flick his tongue. The final tastes like pure, uncontrolled magic. A portal jealous of the world around it getting loved while it gets ignored. It begins feeding the land a sweet taste of destruction. If it does not get the attention that it craves so dearly, there will be no one left to learn any lessons. Tastes like chaos.
Varen, I
Varys.
like that one.
Varys like cups her chin and thinks. So, maybe that has something to do with those paint people? Because they seem kind of wacky, and I know that one guy was trying to make one.
Would you like to play again?
I think this will do for now. Unless anyone really wants me to, or wants to know something.
I want to play.
Then step up.
Now, out of character to clarify, 3 has been rolled. Does that mean if Morfogu rolls a 3, that it's
Bad.
a lose?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure before we started rolling dice.
Mhm.
Didn't want to pull a heroes.
Yeah, no, the longer you play, the more likely failure becomes.
Yep. I wasn't sure if it was like each person can get away with 1 roll and be okay.
No. All right. Well, worst case scenario, you take away a memory.
Do you value those so little?
That might help me sleep at night.
Seems unlikely. 2, then. 2 truths you'll need to accept. The first, none of my senses foresee an ending where everyone's happy. Countless lives will be changed at your hands. A group that was built up from nothing but dust will be reduced to it again because of your actions. Neutrality will mean your own demise, no matter how bad excessive bloodshed makes you feel. The second, more forces are working against you than you could possibly comprehend. The trouble Maladrin Vile is going through to keep you from him is bordering on lunacy. He is powerful, he is arrogant, but he is no fool. He has accepted the direct confrontation with you will be his undoing, so he has gone through great personal trouble to assure it will never come to that.
All right. Not the one I was hoping for, but
He slides the die over to you again.
It's a higher chance of losing a memory.
I know the more we roll. Well, it could be a 3 again, because the last one was a 2, so I guess... Is that how that works?
No,
No.
I think it's like a 2 and 3 are
It has to
off
be a
the
4.
table forever
It
now.
It has to be a 4 or a 1.
Wait, forever? It doesn't, reset?
No.
Has to be a 4,
I'm-
a 5, or a 1. And 1
Oh yeah, 4, 5, or 1.
And 1 is always on the table. No
Yeah,
matter if you
1.
roll it.
Yeah. If we roll everything else, 1 is still on the table.
Damn. Shit.
yeah. Come on, 1.
5.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, but you're getting us a lot of good info, Morfogu.
Yeah, whew.
Very well. 5. 5 places important to you.
Mini typing.
He returns to wiggling his fingers. First, I feel a spot. Scorched by the arrival of guests. Invited, yes, but not by the master of the house. Their tracks were united in their aimless ambling, but who came is of no importance. All that matters is who came after. Feels like the landing zone. Second, smells like a home. Well kept and reeking of expensive perfumes and liqueurs. Luxurious, but cherry wine and a seemingly full family can't replace what they never had. They wouldn't know the scent to search for, even if it came to their front door. Smells like the Cherrywood estate. Third, I hear a man praying softly to a rare, acknowledged god, whispering so softly one would assume his words died before leaving his mouth. She hears his prayers loud and clear and cherishes him as a member of her small flock. The children in town all know the name of the kind cleric who tends to their scraped knees and broken bones, unaware of his grander purpose. Sounds like Oxmire. Fourth, I taste an in-between state of monster and man, born with a condition for that there is no cure. His words are constantly stained with notes of bitterness and hatred for the life he never chose. He sits all alone now, of his own free will, hoping the reek of his hatred will deter any visitors. Tastes like the outskirts of Lest. Finally, I hear a city bustling with people, their voices accented by vocal quirks of lands all across Aldwell. I hear a beast chittering tongue, mimicking the speech of a native of this land, betraying the trust of those unwise to her calls. She listens closely to those who have caused the death wails of the kin that despise her so. Sounds like dance. You're quite good at this game.
Morfogu's very lucky.
Morfogu just said, "Shut up, Varys, shut up, shut up." I'm
Perhaps
not
it's
lucky.
a streak then.
All right. One more and then I'm done. Whatever the outcome.
Brave of you to commit.
Yeah.
God
Oh my
damn!
God.
What the fuck?
He looks at you, clearly very impressed. Perhaps you're more fortunate than you let on. Very well then. 4 names that will change the world. First, I smell a chosen one. Her fate's course forever altered by a beast reeking of death and sulfur. The burning fragrance of angels not enough to protect her from such supernatural meddling. She follows her path, blind to the stench of death looming around it. Had her fate not been tampered with, she'd be the hero of this story. Now she will simply rush into her fate as a bloated corpse. Smells like Azra Skyfall.
I think Cornelius saw that one coming. When it was, if her fate wasn't altered, she'd be the hero. Cornelius just makes an oh face, like, oh shit.
Next, I taste what resembles a man, though your senses can and will betray you with this one. Are you still the same man you claim to be, if all that remains of your original form is the face you wear? No matter the form he takes, the bitter taste of his soul gives up the ghost, though I'm confident he doesn't care much about that now. His blood, and the blood of his followers, tastes like my own, and he believes the world's odds would be better if yours did as well. Tastes like John Moonflower.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
you, Lamp, I beat you up in an alley.
Now, I feel a snake in the grass, one with a venom strong enough to clot the flow of an entire continent, though instead its fangs sank into what was once a just cause. The texture of a grander treachery goes unnoticed by those already infected by it, each day becoming gradually more numb. But this isn't a new beast, just a new form for an old foe of the land. Feels like Prior Faraday. And last, I hear a voice, cracking with youth and strained with arrogance. A whelp of a man crying out in fear as he sinks far too deep, far too fast. As he drowns, he takes all but his own kin down with him, clamoring for an escape and leaving behind scars that will not heal. The only thing escaping is his own insolence, rising from the depths like a dead fish. Sounds like Oki Sakana.
Me in my head sounds like a weeb.
He
Well,
looks.
it's a last name that means fish.
Fish boy!
He looks down to you. Well, your luck has been blessed. Only one thing remains on the table.
Yeah,
How badly would you like it?
really bad.
Suppose there's two things. Could be a win-win from how you described it, but he raises his hands. I won't push.
Yeah, neither will I.
A fair move. A wise man knows when to leave the table. And clearly you get to remain a wise man. So, while he was going through all of those motions, all of his dialogue, he said a lot of things, but you notice, well, here, make collective perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it sucks.
Hey. Yep.
Oh, Ravi.
Yeah.
So average I
team.
could die.
So, Varys, your nature of paying attention to the wrong thing, I wouldn't say it benefits you, but it does lead you to something that your friends missed. He went through a lot of descriptive motions there, talking about taste, smell, touch.
Yeah.
He didn't cite sight at any point in that speech. Not his own, at least.
This might be a rude or dumb question. I'm very sorry about that. Are you able to see?
He looks down at you. Quite well, as a matter of fact.
Oh, sorry, I just kind of noticed when you were going through those descriptions. Really nice, by the way. You never use sight. Is there any reason?
You catch a glimpse of Varen going like he clearly thinks it's very funny you notice that. Yes, I lost my divinatory powers of sight. I still have my sight, it's just nothing spectacular. I had to train the rest of my senses to work around it.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry about that, but that's really impressive.
You can flatter me all you like. And yes, it is impressive, but it all serves as a reminder that fortune does not always favor me.
Well, maybe Varys pops up to the table again. Maybe I can pop in here and we can play some games and we can test actual luck. Because it's been taken away from you. But when we're together, it looks like it works okay.
Very well. We'll use my dice, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that comment and context clues of what he said and where you are, you think you can guess how he was cheated.
Yeah. That seems reasonable. But I get to roll them.
Yes.
Yeah, Varys. You get to roll the dice.
You get to roll them. Well, all of that's very nice. Say, Cal, I think you're forgetting the most important part, though. Ah, yes. He he does a motion with his finger and draws a symbol in the air. This is my rune. If you etch it somewhere, I'll be able to provide you boons through it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Stacked odds. Looks like a little cheatsy doodle there, my friend.
No, it's just your luck being better. Come on. This isn't better.
He said that he never does it for himself. But you're
that's
friends now.
fun. Look at you with that up there.
Indeed.
Yeah, sneaky. Wow.
You know, I think it might be best if we give them something. I gave them my rune already, but there's been remarkably little etching. And so... He looks around. Not much here but ceramic. Alright. He kind of punctures a finger through the ground and gets a chunk of tile, and he scratches his rune into it, and he passes it over to Varen, and he does the same. The reality of this place is relative. Yes, this is sort of a mental plane, and yet it was physically crafted. You should be able to take this with you, though.
Oh. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I wish I could leave something with you. Varys looks over her person and tries to find something. I don't have it on me because I already gave it to someone, but I know a game that you can play that you never need luck. Because
Really?
it doesn't play a factor at all. No. It's called Hungry Hippogriffs.
Cornelius fucking starts laughing into his palm.
Very well. We'll play sometime.
Okay, I gotta find another one because, like I said, I gave it to someone. But I'm sure you'll like it.
Suppose you have grander responsibilities anyway.
Well, I still think it's important to make other people happy.
He looks to you. You're different, yet very, very familiar.
Well, I hope familiar in the sense of being kind of like that person, but I promise you right now, I will not cheat. I don't want to play tricks because I don't like when people do that to me. People do it a lot because I'm not super smart. So I don't want to do it to others.
I'd say that makes you grander than those other heroes, then.
Well, we'll find out.
Cornelius, as Kelderon passes you, you can't help but feel a potent aura of bitterness that, though not directed at you, it feels like it's directed at you.
It's not directed at me. It's directed at my good old friend that made me play a play.
Kelderon approaches you, Ravi. Why do you stay so far away?
He doesn't answer.
There's nothing I can do to hurt you here.
Words.
Words.
He
doesn't know a lot of
He doesn't?
words yet.
He doesn't speak the same language as us yet. He knows a little bit, but not enough to be conversational.
And you
Sort
were
of.
saying a lot of words back there.
You can tell, though, that's not what he meant.
Sort of looks back to you, having, no context beyond what's been told to him, and it does seem like he tries to talk at Ravi in a different tongue. I don't know what language the collective has, but I think Infernal falls out of the range.
Oh boy, I think Varys only knows 2 languages, Common and
I know Common and
Draconic.
Abyssal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Infernal
Yeah.
is not on my list of 4 languages.
Then it falls outside of everyone's range.
Yup.
He seems actually kind of confused by that. Interesting. It looks like he's putting something together in his mind. You've got it figured out too, don't you? He glances back. Perhaps. You don't need great powers of divination to figure it. He looks back to Varen. Don't talk these people's ears off. They don't deserve it. Right you are.
Right. Well, it's very nice to meet you. Thank you for your time. And
I want one more roll.
oh my gosh,
Morphogu?
are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe someone else should roll.
No. I need the answer. And I don't know how else to get it.
Okay.
It's only memories.
Morphogu kind of like hovers his hand over the die, and he's worried that he'll forget. He's not worried that he'll forget much, but he feels that he feels that it would be just his luck to forget something that he deems important, which is pretty much anything that he has learned recently.
Oh.
All right.
Kel walked back around the table slowly. Perhaps you're a gambler at heart. I can't say I condone it, but my opinion doesn't matter very much right now.
Just desperate.
Michaela comes over and puts a hand on his.
Fucking Chad! You goddamn Chad Morphogu!
Michaela's gonna be like, we are here for you. Never mind.
Kelderon looks down at that. Looks up at you. Looks down at that. Looks up at you. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Very well. The odds are in your favor, I see. I like you very much.
Morphogu's kind of shaking.
That's probably because Varys is also behind you. That was amazing, Morphogu! Don't roll again!
No. I just have to think about how I want to word this.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He kind of like shakes his hands out and is pacing back and forth a little bit, like rubbing his hands up on his face and just sort of like just back and forth, kind of frantically.
Damn it. There's two pieces of information that I really want to know. But I gotta take one.
Maybe you can put an "and" in there?
I doubt it.
If you want to lose all of my respect, then yes, you can put an "and" in there.
Okay,
No.
maybe stick with one. It would be kind of a downer if I told him we weren't going to be a problem, and then we were a problem.
That would be a real buzzkill for him, honestly.
Where is my father located?
He picks up the die, rolls it between his fingers some. Are you sure that's what you want to ask?
Not completely, but I can't. There are so many ways that I just need to know if I'm chasing a dead end.
Very well.
Where is my father located?
Your father can be found in a place that smells like a home, reeking of expensive perfumes and liqueurs. The Cherrywood Estate. They're waiting for you, but they don't know it yet.
Okay. Thank you.
So it seems like we're not chasing a dead end, or you're not chasing a dead end at all. And it's on our route to saving the world. Very
I
lucky.
feel bad. And was information you already had. Just hadn't realized yet.
Okay.
Want a second chance? He kind of waves his hand away and the die disappears, and in its place is a coin.
No. I'm good.
Very well. He looks over at the rest of you. That offer's still open.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Michaela has something she needs to know, but it's like, oh man. With my luck, I don't want to ruin this fucking amazing streak that Austin has had. Shit. Fuck.
It's a 50-50.
Does anyone else have anything they really want to know?
I
Don't
mean,
even consider this at all.
Cornelius doesn't have anything he really wants to know that he risks his memories over. He values those.
Well, I don't even know if it would work for me because my memories are all muddled and shitty, which, like, super fair. I didn't even consider that. I was like, oh yeah, of course he wouldn't want those.
Varys, yeah.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, Varys has, like, a question, but she is unsure if she can even ask it.
Ravi seems like up until this point he wasn't really considering participating at all, but then when he heard what Morfogu's question was, and then the second offer of you want to try again, he looks like he wants to say something, but he just stops himself and just shakes his head no.
Ravi? Hey. You doing okay?
No. Find out I will find.
Okay. Well, Varys looks at Morfogu and then back to Ravi. We can help.
He doesn't say anything.
I'll take that as a maybe.
So, are we gonna...
Is this something we have to do now, or is it like, can we come back
No, I
later?
think he said that the offer's always on the table.
Yeah, it's open.
So, the offer to play this game again is open. This coin deal is now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way better odds now than it would be later.
So someone in chat pointed out what you did, Morfogu, was a 1 in 1,296 chance. Yeah, no.
Austin,
Fucking
god of luck today?
Should have bought a lottery ticket instead.
But instead you got info in your D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Tell me, did you see your nat 1 for the perception to go, I'm feeling good about this?
I saw the nat 1 for my perception. I was like, fucking of course.
Well, you're like, I can get a 1 again. I know I can.
I feel like if we do want to take it, it should be a group question.
Hmm.
I mean, it
could
has
find
to
out.
be...
I mean, would we all lose a memory, or is that not?
No, it's just one
I
person.
assume just one person would.
Yeah.
It feels like more of a personal stake kind of thing.
If there was a group question that you wanted to ask, the question you ask is, who is not the hero?
Who's not the hero, exactly.
That's kind of what I want to know.
Hmm.
And that's assuming we even flip the right. That's one thing I want to know. But there's one thing Michaela really wants to know, but she's like scared of the odds.
You know.
For the
find out who's not the hero eventually.
Because we all assume it's ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. We all think that we.
I mean, we know.
Hey,
we know
I think
that
I
it's
have
not
a pretty.
Because it's not. Yeah. It's okay. So that narrows it down a little. But
Yeah, I mean, Varys and Cornelius are. I mean, I'm assuming
Probably
Varys is one because she keeps on being called the speaker.
That's got to be something. Maybe.
Maybe.
Unless it's like a separate thing entirely.
You could also ask what all the titles are and try to figure it out based off of that, but...
Oh man, he would hate that question.
Oh, I guess so.
Doesn't like
He would
vague
do it.
questions-
He wouldn't be happy about it.
Doesn't like vague questions or questions that give us a lot of, you know.
Sure.
I think it wants one question, one answer is pretty much his deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a demon. What do you care what he thinks about you?
Want to know? You want him on the good side, right?
Hey, we're not. We're in Make Amends where we only get bad endings. Whatever, dude. Let's make the demons happy.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm Gucci, baby.
Cornelius is kind of fidgeting, especially since he made the internal connection right now of, oh, if anybody's on his shit list, it's me. And now the whole area feels way less safe, even though he knows, you know.
Well, I'm personally okay.
Going
and-
once, going twice.
We'll find out who among us isn't the hero eventually.
Next time on Make Amends.
Well, based on that, you're probably a hero, Morphogu. That was crazy. Boy.
Michaela's looking. Normally, she's like pretty composed. She either looks compared or like pissed when she's like killing someone. But for the first time, whoever would notice this, she looks like very on edge. You can tell she's dancing between all of the options in her head. And before anyone can say anything, she sort of takes a deep breath and recenters herself a bit. And she walks up to Kelderon. All right, I'll do it.
All right then. He gently grabs the bottom of your hand and places the coin with his other. Don't waste it.
Do I ask the question first and then we flip it, or is it like?
Oh no, flip first.
Okay.
You should also
Is it-
clarify what you're rolling or what you're trying to get.
Is it like?
It's a 1d2, so like the rules are the same. One is success, 2 is fail.
She closes her eyes to truly sort of just give in to chance, and she hopes that maybe, just maybe, Maiketa will give her a little bit of her blessing in this moment.
Not in a cheaty way, though.
Yo!
Yes! I'm gonna die.
Fucking pog!
I was expecting my head to fucking explode or something. It's like, oh, I'm dead. Bye, guys.
So, like, regardless of whatever your perceptions of the situation were, Kelderon doesn't seem bothered that you're winning.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he knows them all already, doesn't he?
Well, he does. The thing is, he doesn't know if we're gonna win or not.
Oh, that's right, 'cause
That's
we're
all
rolling,
he gives
right?
a shit about is that he doesn't know.
I would love it if you looked at that. Did that just happen? Yes, it did. Do you want to flip again?
He doesn't do that.
Sessions are us just rolling and winning.
He waves his hand, the coin disappears. Alright then. What's your question?
She normally has like her like cloak on. She pulls it back to reveal her cursed, fucked up half. She asks very plainly, "How do I fix this?"
He kind of looks. In your current state, I'm not sure how possible that will be. How much do you know about the state your body's in?
Well, not very much. I know my goddess is keeping me together. She slowed the effects, but over time it will kill me.
Slowed the effects is a way of putting it. I'd sooner say that she dialed back time's effect on you. No small feat, that. You must be in your goddess's very, very good graces. That sort of creates a problem, you see. As long as you're in this slowed state, there won't really be anything that can affect it in a meaningful way. It's in stasis.
She goes to ask, like, how do we fix that? But then she doesn't, because she's asked her one question.
You think about asking it, but like, honestly, you probably already know the answer. The very obvious one is just to convince Maiketa to stop doing it. Which...
Well, I mean, aside from that, I mean, like, because if she stops doing it, this thing will, because it like gets you like instantly, like it's fast. I
yeah, no, it's
sort of be an instant. Yeah, so it's like
is a thing where we need to figure out how to fix
exactly
it
to fix it.
before you turn it off.
Exactly, right. And she would ask about that, but she's asked her question already. So
as far as cures,
that's good to know.
You know, he continues though. As far as cures in general go, there's very little in the way of that. It's not really a disease per se, more like an event. It just sort of happens. I think the orcs of the day called it the challenge. That always seemed fitting. It has this interesting quirk. Most that encounter it die very promptly, but others who are able to overcome it unlock some greater potential in themselves. The greatest cure for it that seems to be known is not dying to it the first time. Not a great plan, if you ask me. Beyond that, any research that was done to try and undo these effects, you'll find it in no books, as I'm sure you could guess. He kind of cocks his head, but perhaps you'll find someone who can help.
She kind of muddles what he said in her head for a moment, and she politely bows. Thank you. This is very helpful.
Of course. I won't even bother asking if any of you would like to toss the die again. So instead, he goes over to you guys and he does a light bow.
Thank you for humoring me.
Well, thank you for your honesty and, well, playing fair.
Playing fair is my nature. I'm glad you were able to discover that today. You're welcome in my domain anytime. Though, I will admit, if you want to play the dice game again, it will take me some time to get new, relevant information for you. I don't think you much fancy your 1 in 6 chance of learning something new. But I'll let you know.
You mean that if we give you some time, we can get answers to, like, number 5 and 4 again?
He nods his head. Indeed.
Wow. Thank you. Well, I guess before we head out, is there anything that we can get you? Like no gambling or anything, just like, do you like cookies or something? Can we bring that?
Cornelius just got pets, Varys. Like, of course, our Varys.
No. Though, if you find other members of our little family, I'd appreciate the chance to talk to some of
Any
them.
Varys.
Except for Aunt Rhonda. Fuck that bitch.
Okay, and I'll be back with a game that you can play.
Yes, if you want to uphold that, then yes.
Mm-hmm. Heroes don't lie.
I suppose not anymore. Varen, I appreciate you being this quiet. It was very difficult.
Yeah, good job.
You are free to leave, but you needed not my permission to do so.
What? Oh.
Robbie looks kind of agitated.
I like to think of Varys like, what do you mean by that?
I guess. Yeah, more focus. It looks like he's thinking really hard.
Ravi kind of looks between Varen dancing and Kel and just gives them a sort of look. Like, he's been paying attention, and then he just kind of...
Morfogu, I don't think it...
Varen does like a backflip with physics similar to like doing stuff underwater, and he just like floats to the ceiling and poofs.
Well, it's just those 3 guys.
Just 3 dudes!
3 dudes. I don't have a splashy an exit, so...
While everyone's gone, Kel approaches you, Morfogu.
Damn it, I lost my focus.
You're very impressive.
Just lucky.
I've no means of doing so now, and I don't have the appropriate material. But if you find a sufficient bauble somewhere, something that some serious power could be placed into, I think you've earned more of my protection than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
What does that protection entail exactly?
He smiles. Good fortune. What else?
I see. Well, I could definitely use some of that.
Could
Although,
you?
to be fair, things have turned around a lot lately. Some way.
Yes, I suppose so. You're not as tragic as you let on, little man.
He's pretty big.
What are you talking about?
Well, alright. Alright, back to trying to leave. And thanks.
There's no need to thank a demon.
Right.
You can see, in the real-life version of this, Robbie is slapping him awake.
And Kelderon just wanders back to the center, alone again. And swoop.
Ravi,
Hooray!
Hooray!
I'm here.
I hope you had fun.
Oh no! Now I
It
can
was
hear
incredibly stressful. Now I'm just gonna.
You know, fraternizing with demons is a very dangerous path. Your hearts aren't troubled, but they could very well be.
Yeah. We're taking the necessary precautions. That doesn't make it better, but like, you know.
I think the necessary precautions include not talking to demons. Isn't that right, Michael? Ags? He agrees.
Didn't sound like a yeah.
Yeah.
A new word!
Tristan looks over. A new word? Yeah? Yeah.
Oh god.
Gosh, in another universe, I said yup.
Yeah. Yeah. Rats. Yeah, rats.
Oh my god! The hot new phrase is "yeah rats" and "yeah eggs." Fuck yes!
Or
Eggs,
Toast.
yeah.
or
Eggs,
rats, yeah, and egg, yeah.
Rat eggs, yeah.
Rat eggs. Yeah. Laszlo. Laszlo does not know what to make of that.
Laszlo's icon is very telling.
Yes.
My favorite.
Yeah.
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 Cornelius has crawled into the corner with the boxes and is screaming into his own robe.
Well, I was thinking that I was probably going to separate with you guys once we got to New Envy.
What?
But it looks like I'll be sticking around at least until Cherrywood Manor.
You were gonna leave?
Well, you know,
Very sad
you guys are heroes, and I'm pretty sure I'm not.
What?
So
More Fogo? That's some baloney if I've ever heard it. Did you not see what you just did?
well, that was just lucky.
No, but like, that was super scary and you just did it.
Oh, okay, then I'm stupid on top of it.
No, I'm stupid. You're smart. There's a big difference.
Clearly.
I was desperate.
No, you were hopeful. And that's what got you through. That's what heroes do.
I just really needed to know. But yeah, it looks like I'll be sticking around anyway, so it doesn't matter much. I mean, if you guys are willing to have me.
Of course. You're one of my best friends.
Oh,
I'm done.
I'm
You're
sorry.
a great guy, Morphosis. Flops his torso on the table a little bit.
Laszlo just kind of leans back and addresses you more, Fogu. You really should give yourself more credit.
I can't do that.
Well, we'll just keep giving you credit. If you can't give it to yourself.
Like a bank.
Like a bank.
Like a bank.
We all...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
The
Wait, when did I learn a
end.
new word? Oh, it was while I was screaming. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's fine.
Well, either way, Varys sets the dice back down on the table. I think he should stick with you.
Oh, yeah, I can keep him in one of my bags.
Well, actually, you were the one that saved him anyways. He was stuck in that perpetual loop of squares and cups.
Yeah, I guess so. It's fine. I'll hold on to it.
The
Morpho
cycle
takes
of
the
squares
dice.
and cups was dreadful.
Puts the
Hooray!
dice.
All right. Cherrywood Manor. We're gonna have to do some research when we get to civilization again, I guess.
I kind of wanted to get out a map and just like put X's on all those areas that we gotta go to.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, go on then. Take out a map.
Yes, if only we had a map.
I'll mark those things, later.
Hooray!
Cornelius marks off all of the spots that got listed. He also marks off his special spot. What was its name again?
Catch.
Catch. Okay, I knew it was a word that started with C. That wasn't a town name. Yeah, he also marks off Catch on the map.
A little star by that one.
Yeah, no, you sit around this map, talking about future plans in the company of definitely more demons than anyone would recommend. And we'll find out what happens next time on Make Amends.
Yeah.
Do you get the title now?
No. Let's go through all that again.
Oh,
Let's
I
have
know I
guilt
missed
trips
something.
again.
I know something. I know I missed something super cool because I had to. I really had to BRB for a sec, and I ended up missing whatever the cool thing was. So I can't wait to go back and watch that.
Oh,
God.
Goodness.
Holy
Oh, that's
shit,
why it's
Austin.
called Loaded Questions.
Oh, I get it.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, I'm gonna be paying for that luck for the rest of the year.
Every other game is going to be ones, baby.
Yeah,
Austin, I feel like your had a down payment at least once to cover that.
yeah, I guess so.
Morpho's existence was the down payment.
There you
This,
go.
this is my repayment for all of Carthian's roles.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually, oh my god, yeah, I bet that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go through the links and things. Hey, we have a Patreon. You should join.
Yeah.
Hey,
Supporting Patreon helps me pay for this show.
yeah.
Do it.
You didn't
Do
see
it.
much of the custom artwork, but I assure you, there's more. Oh, there were also 2 other colors of fairies I didn't even bother sharing. They were disguised the whole time. Well, you can imagine what they looked like.
Also blue.
A pepper shaker and a plantain.
A banana.
Yeah, no, you got it. Also, consider joining our Discord if you have not done that.
Yes.
It's the general hub for things and stuff. Like our show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm splitting my brain here trying to remember what Six changed her Tumblr to so I can plug that also. And I
Is
just
she like fairy frog or something?
Frog fairy.
Frog fairy.
Frog
yeah,
fairy.
that's it. Yep.
yeah, but I can't actually find it. Is the problem? Hey Six, you're here.
Got you. Maybe.
Save.
Frog fairy doesn't. Fuck.
Tumblr.com. Tumblr.com. /frog-fairy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no.
Frog.
You should go there and look at Six's pictures. She's very good at drawing them. You can see that. She's the one who made the things for this game.
Yeah,
Behold.
they do mini tokens across the channel, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
All right. With that out of the way, we've got an Imgur that I should thank the appropriate person for. I'm gonna guess it's Nighteris, but you can
Yes,
never be
indeed.
sure. Nighteris. All right. Thank you, Nighteris.
Thank you.
You.
It's super convenient, thank you.
All right. I'm the streamer. I get to drive the Imgur.
You do.
So first
Achieved.
one here is from Transbuns. It's Steve Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Crouching on the outside. I like how you felt the need to chop down that tree.
Oh yeah.
It's being held by the Force.
Thanks, Transbun.
Here from Dark Destiny 1010. That's very Gash's Elmo. I have a horrible confession to make. For the first minute of stream, a transparent Elmo was in the bottom right.
That's why I was losing my mind.
I checked everything else. I checked everything else about the stream to make sure it was good. I made all of the rest of the changes. I didn't get rid of Elmo until 1 minute in. I'm fucking sorry.
It's fine.
It was
At
just
least
the
you
first.
noticed quickly.
It was just the first minute. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
I wondered so much when I saw this fan art. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like, what Elmo?
I mean, I guess he looks. I guess he
I'm
looks
so
like
sorry.
I almost thought they were talking about Michael. I'm like,
the next one is also from Transformers Rip Elmo. It's only when he left us that we started to miss him. Make amends, episode 17. I'm so fucking sorry.
I can't believe we killed Elmo. God, we killed a lot of people, but Elmo it crosses my line.
Bro, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You good?
Yeah.
I thought I was so professional.
Now you're good.
The only
I
thing
thought I
was the
whole
Elmo.
time.
Give me a little
Alright.
in-joke now. Something positive will come from it. Don't worry.
From Lester 2020.
Time to Google. I'm sure all these peepos have the answer.
Right.
And then
Wonderful.
from Transbuns.
Can't get taken by the Fae if you're already claimed by both a dragon and a demon.
Maybe. That's a good point.
Probably
Maybe.
true.
That doesn't sound true at all.
I don't know. I feel like someone could get upset about that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Alright, and then from Six. This is what we're arguing about, huh? Bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly!
Wow,
You
that
know
was
what?
such a precursor to Fae arguments. I cannot believe this shit.
I won't lie. Like, I was genuinely shocked when I looked up the answer.
Yeah.
Me too, me
Twice a
too.
week.
I was like, this is bullshit. And then I was like, but what about semi-weekly? And I googled that. Semi-weekly just means twice a week.
Which is it?
This is bullshit.
Fuck English.
Fucking
This is all
Yeah.
bullshit. And this was a very deliberately picked out topic. I had to think of all right, what's overly amicable Songbird and overly amicable Laszlo going to fight about?
That was good.
Yeah.
And
Thank
then
you, Six.
And then Sprite.
Squares are squares!
Squares are squares.
God, I wish I could still see his face screaming.
Fucking cubes. Everyone was wrong. They're cubes. They're dice.
Alright,
Dice
and
are
then,
three-dimensional.
and then from 6, 1 of 2.
Richard will.
It's both.
It means both.
Damn you, Merriam-Webster!
I love you, Laszlo.
That's hilarious. Thank you, Six.
Banana.
And then from
The fairy in a banana suit.
Joanimo?
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 Peepo is now last chance banana.
Makes sense.
Also, Peepo is tall.
Nice. And then from Transfun.
Gee, Robbie, how come you get to have 2 bananas?
This episode's
Jesus.
memeing with
Yeah, and
bananas
then
and
from
Elmo.
Lester 2020, we got memes. We got memes. They're funny
We got
jokes.
memes today. It's okay, room.
Maybe Varys would listen to Varangash more if he was Elmo.
Yeah, I mean, how could he not? He's so sweet.
Speaker.
Not a bad impression. Elmo's not easy to do.
From Rusty Pepper.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Excellent.
And from Baffledore.
We are work friends.
But we don't like work, right? So why don't we just be friends?
Al?
Thank you, Baffledore.
don't want to be salt.
Only
should've
I
picked a
could
different
hear her
item.
the entire goddamn time.
All these flavors and you chose salt.
Those fairies were fucks. Thank you, Sigs.
Typical novice, the hero she is.
Banana.
Banana fairy.
Ring, 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 ring.
Banana.
Banana fairy.
And then work in progress from middle.
Aw.
Here it is.
Yeah.
The stitch stuff. Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Always
that's
happy
really
to see
cool.
it.
It's
You're
gonna
so
look
crafty,
great when
middle.
it works. Then from Rusty Pepper.
I used to roll the dice. I'd keep singing, but I don't know the version that's not the YouTube poop version, and I'm not singing that on stream.
Something enemy's eyes.
Thank you, Rusty Pepper.
Then from Transbun.
Yeah, let it be like.
God,
That's it.
God.
that was wild.
That was wild. From
That'll never
Darkness
happen
to Evil.
again.
Got away with a highway robber.
Sorry, I just snatched away all of those good questions that we could
And all
like
the
ask
spicy
at more
memories
pertinent
lost.
time. I'm like, nope. Oh, I'm speed running, and I gotta get good RNG. We're
Yeah.
Reaper Babe, the Chad Morphogu.
Yeah.
Just as
That's
handsome.
what his face looks like, but only from one side and a very
Yeah.
specific angle.
No, actually, I'm looking forward at you right now. What are you talking about?
Awful.
Thank you,
Awful.
babe.
And then from Lister 2020.
Unlimited scheming.
Okay, my name is Steve Scheme Palpatine.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Oh!
And then from
Oh.
Mearshroom.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
goodness.
Friends?
Hey Al, can I be friends with a demon?
No.
Okay,
that's
his
awesome.
ribs.
Cool.
Yeah, no, this looks super fucking sick.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
your truth. That was badass.
Well, if you don't snipe that Varys for an icon, I'll be ashamed of you.
That's a pretty good idea.
She do go thinking.
She do be
God.
thonking really, really hard.
Thonkin' dough.
Oh, Varys, she thonking.
I believe
That sounds
that's
dirty.
all for the fan art. I've
Yeah, no,
refreshed.
that's-
I'll refresh one more time. That's it, folks.
That's all she wrote. Oh my goodness. Guys, I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Make Amends.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you love it. I'm glad everyone liked my demon and it went the way it went. It was all very cool.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah.
fucking rolls.
I know. That'll
Yeah.
never happen again.
And thank you guys so much for being here. It was really fun. You guys make this
Yeah.
really easy for me. I can't wait to keep this ball rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
It was a great
Yeah.
time.
Make amends.
Yeah. I'm always so at a loss of what to do because doing the outro from the GM position just feels
Yeah. Hey, Lamp. What happened last time on? No, I'm kidding.
Stop that. Hey, chat, thank you so much for donating and giving art and just being here. You guys are totally awesome. It's always great to get like responses to stuff that's been gone for a while. Lets us know that you appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Bye.
Toodles.